to the Cultaholic Wrestling Podcast.
Hot in. So hot in here.
Thank you.
Joined by Nelly today.
Yes, that was the look I was going for.
That is Nelly, isn't it?
Yep.
Thank
It
God
is
for
Nelly.
that.
Yeah, but he took it off after a while. Apparently it was tribute to his friend who'd been jailed, and then I think once they got released from jail, off came the sticker.
I don't think that's why
It wasn't
Matthew's
worth half his value after that.
Yes. What for those listening, Matthew's rocking
A Nelly
a Nelly.
plaster.
Yeah,
Yeah, wow, rocking.
rocking
That sounds
it.
approving.
You're rocking it.
Yes, the reason for this is because I always aspired to be hot in her with like 3 R's for some reason.
Yep.
No, my skin is as reliable as Alberto Del Rio. So,
It's begun.
topical. So I realised the show is seen in HD. So I thought I'd make it easier on the viewers and hide it up. Again, this is just one side of my face that looks horrible this week. Next week I might just wear a mask. It might
Why
be
not?
Hulk Hogan on this show, seeing as he is being subtly inserted into everything in WWE recently, such as the Hall of Fame
Maffew
and the Andre Dom-
Vagabundo.
Yes, I don't get that reference. But yes, I am Maffew, in brackets, not a rapper, in brackets, joined as always by the lovely Ross
Not a rapper either.
and Jack.
Not a rapper.
I thought you did do singing though at some point in your
Well, I've. Oh right, yep, yes, I have. That's different though, isn't it?
Yes, thank you, Jack. Mm-hmm. It wasn't a great segue, but I did try.
And what are we watching or listening to? Go on, say the title. Say it now.
The Cultaholic Video Podcast.
There we go.
You'd think
Also
they'd know
known-
by now. If we need to tell them, but like, now they're hearing that going, oh, switch this off
Oh,
then.
you always start with that, and you didn't this time. And I got a bit worried.
Because he was talking about my face.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm very sorry for my voice this week.
You're right. You've been a bit ill.
I have been. I think I was watching, or trying to watch, 7 hours of WrestleMania, and the wrestling gods going, nah, we're not having this. And so I didn't watch all WrestleMania in one go.
Lucky you. I watched it twice back to back. It was great.
I realised, Ross, that this may be the fifth or sixth time this week you're sitting down and talk about WrestleMania.
No.
Just the third.
Yeah. It's been more than one. But you got to do, aren't you, for the hits and the content and the well-being, everyone's sanity out there. That's what they live for, us and our opinions.
Everyone's sanity.
How are we?
Yeah, they would die if we didn't voice our opinions.
How
That's how
are
it
we-
works, isn't it?
Sorry to. How are we doing this? Are we talking about WrestleMania?
I
and
think
then-
we scrapped the news this week.
Yeah, because the news is WrestleMania, isn't
The
it?
news is WrestleMania.
Yeah,
There hasn't
fair.
been much. Brock's re-signed his contract. Nobody's too excited about that.
Del Rio's fired. El Patron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's have a WrestleMania hoo-ha.
Hoo-ha,
Yippee.
indeed. I'm intrigued. How did you guys watch it? Did you watch it here in the
Yeah.
Cultaholic?
Live
Have you not
Reactions.
watched our live reactions
Live
video? It's only an
reactions.
hour long.
No.
Right.
God, no. You know what? After 7 hours of WrestleMania, I was like, you know what?
You didn't want to watch another hour of people watching WrestleMania?
Tell you about a really embarrassing part of it.
What happened?
Ross went, what do you think of Monroe Sky? And I went, is that the opening band from NXT the other night? And he went, no, it's the Miz's new daughter. And I just thought Monroe Sky sounded like a, you know what I mean? Like an alternative
That was a good
American.
line.
I think it's a
No, it wasn't. It legit. I didn't know. It was a mistake. It was an actual mistake.
You should have said. You should have gone with it and gone, yeah, I said that.
Yeah,
Sounds
it's just a
good.
bit of a joke. No.
I just think it's a beautiful baby's name.
Yeah, fair
Monroe
enough.
Sky.
All the best to her in future life.
Yeah.
She might need it.
I didn't mean any disrespect.
If I have a kid, I'm going to call him something stupid like that so people think that their dad's a celebrity.
I'm going to call it
Botcha
Botchamania.
child.
But yeah.
Watch your child. Like 3 eyes or something.
Oh, El Hijo de Botchamania.
Yeah, I want one kid and don't get it, so I'll get El Hio instead.
Call him
Yes.
son of Maffew. or daughter. Even if it's a daughter, just call him son
No,
of Maffew.
I'll mess it up. It'll be son of and it'll be a girl. Whatever, Sky.
Monroe Sky.
Monroe Sky.
Yeah.
Had nothing to do with WrestleMania.
No, sorry. Yeah, do you want to...
No, there were no kids at WrestleMania, apart from the brand new Raw tag team. Were you good at watching that, thinking, damn it, that could have been me and a primate?
No. that would have been a really good angle, actually. Yeah. No, I enjoyed it, but some people didn't. Some people hated it.
It has been interesting. Maybe it's just because of the culture that we're part of, that we see a lot of, people reacting to things and going, well, this is what we all think, right, guys? Like bandwagon jumpers. But there's been some very negative reactions to this WrestleMania when I thought there were some positives.
The wrestling was largely very good.
Yes.
I thought it was a show of 3 quarters and 1 quarter.
Right.
The last quarter was bad. The first 3 were very good. I thought it just petered off towards the end there. Sort of went like that, way, and then up with Braun and thingy, and then back down again.
Yeah.
I thought, it's been unfairly criticised, I think, in some quarters.
I think it depends on how you look at things. If you're a glass half full person, there's plenty to enjoy here. But if you look at everything on that 7 hours card, then this is a horrible WrestleMania.
That's the main negative of it all, isn't it? The fact that it's 7 hours long. It's just unnecessary.
Absolutely.
It also
like this video podcast.
it also had the tricky spot of following one of the best pay-per-views I think I've ever seen, NXT TakeOver New Orleans, which was ridiculously
They should
good.
be used to that though. By
Yeah,
now.
they should. But this one was like, I think even better than normal, and it's a very high bar anyway.
What is the worst takeover? Because I was thinking about this the other day.
What's it called?
Probably, was it the end?
Is it?
That's one with a steel cage with Balor and Joe.
I remember that one being very... And actually, some of them haven't been bad by the measures of like normal WWE mega shows.
Just in terms
Right. Some of them haven't been... like you could say last year's NXT TakeOver, it did have the amazing 3-way, but it also had...
8-man tag.
Yeah, the 8-man tag of nothing.
A very long Bobby Roode Shinsuke Nakamura main event.
Which I enjoyed being there because me and my mates were chatting, Bobby Roode.
Yeah, fair.
And just shouting at people.
We were there and it was weird because we were sat right up in the gods.
I wasn't
but
there.
above all the sound equipment, so we couldn't really hear anything. It was such a weird experience.
Yeah, it's weird how we can be really loud and bit in our section, and you watch TV and you didn't hear a single thing. You're like, wow.
And we were surrounded by knobheads going, Section 20B.
I was going to say, the Black made his debut against Almas, which obviously was improvement a year later, and it just died a death because everyone was going, what were they chatting?
I'm going to go for NXT TakeOver Unbreakable, was it? That's the weakest one, I think, in my opinion. I'm going to find out what was actually on that
back
card.
a while
Early
there.
one, isn't it?
It'll be one of the early ones that's the weakest, probably. But they've got so many ones that are like not just good, but excellent, like Philadelphia, New Orleans, Chicago, Brooklyn 1, Brooklyn 2, Dallas, Toronto, all just excellent show.
Even the weaker shows at least have 1 or 2 matches that are like, oh yeah, watch that.
Yeah.
This was...
Wall-to-wall excellence.
Can't be too positive.
No, gotta be.
People tuning out immediately.
Was it
screw this.
Unstoppable? Sorry, not Unbreakable. Unstoppable. I'm going to just see what the main event was.
Like Kobe Bryant in a hotel room, unstoppable, and he's being released from his contract.
Oh, was that Abraham Washington? Yes.
Yeah, wow. We both remembered his name at the same time.
We did. Results, here we go. So
Let's see if I remember this. So 2014.
I'm not entirely certain, but the dark match was the Mechanics. Do you remember when they were called the Mechanics? The Revival.
Yeah, and he actually came out with a wrench.
They beat the Vaudevillains. Finn Balor beat Tyler Breeze in number 1 contenders match, which was probably really good. Charlotte and Bayley beat Dana Brooke and Emma. Baron Corbin beat Rhino. Blake and Murphy beat Enzo and Cass. Sasha Banks beat Becky Lynch. That was a good match. And Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn ended in a no contest when Kevin Owens kept beating him up and then Samoa Joe came out.
Oh, that was the one where Sami Zayn was legit injured because he pulled his arm thing or something. Yeah.
So that's probably the one that I can remember off the top of my head. That's probably the weakest one, and still very good. So WrestleMania had it was a tough task.
So that is our in the know perspective of NXT TakeOver the weekend. It was good all the way through.
Really good.
6-way ladder match.
Really
I think
good.
ladder matches are somewhat of a dying art form because there's only so much you can do. So when it comes to doing ladder matches, you just got to go all out. And holy God Almighty, did they go all out in this? So much respect to them. Everybody doing their own little bit.
Everyone getting busted open hard way. Velveteen Dream bleeding from his eye. Oh yeah, you as well. Just watching it. Just watching it.
My face exploded like Fist of the North Star. And I'm like, what happened?
No, don't get it. Fist of the North Star.
You laughed. No.
No, I did. It was like an instinctive laugh.
Unhinge your button.
There we go.
Thank you, Jack.
Velveteen Dream hit like a rolling Death Valley driver on a ladder bridge, which was mental.
And it looks so shaky doing it. You're like, this is so risky and dangerous.
And he jumped up on his elbow drop. Like, normally you just fall from that kind of idea, but he went, whee.
They did not care.
No.
With reckless abandon.
Ricochet was getting tipped off a ladder and turned into like a moonsault. in
Who was it? Who was on the ladder when Big Killian Dane did his little sit down off the apron?
Adam Cole.
Imagine that.
I forget who was it. Yeah, did Adam Cole. It was probably EC3
because
he died
yeah.
several times.
Yeah.
It's like one of those special episodes of South Park with Kenny. Oh my! When Killian Dane did the Vader bomb with Adam Cole on his back,
Yeah.
on the EC3's face. Thanks for coming, EC3.
I thought he was going to win, but he didn't.
He didn't.
Adam Cole won. What? I really like him.
Chubby cat.
I do call him.
Heartbreaker.
What's with a lot of people online I saw really don't like him. I don't know if it's just part of the joke.
No, the people I know watching Adam Cole, when I was watching him, when
Yeah.
he was becoming a really big thing in
Yeah.
CZW, and then he went to PWG, and he was pretty good. And he's been that level since, 2013, 2014. A lot of people he hasn't changed. He's been exactly the same. He's just riding off the idea he's Adam Cole. But you watch him in NXT and hear the entire crowd go, Adam Cole, baby. It's okay. You're allowed to, not be Ricochet every night, every week. So,
what was after that? Shayna Baszler and Ember Moon.
probably the weakest match in the show for me. Not because it was bad, but come on.
You had to follow that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the little things, isn't it, me?
Like what?
Like Shayna's shoulder. Ah! She said.
Apparently, I didn't see this at the time.
Thank you, Ross.
But apparently, because her arm was so sore that.
She had to put her back in with the ring.
Yeah,
post.
but I saw that bit. But then apparently, when she was putting one of the submissions on towards the end, to stop herself from breaking the hold because her arm was weak, she grabbed her own hair
Yeah.
to lock it in.
Little things
Yeah.
like that. I really like.
Was that what was happening? Oh, right.
Yeah, apparently,
Right.
if you weren't really listening to the commentary, it was hard to tell. But apparently, that's what it was.
Right. This match was really good at making you cheer Shayna Baszler. And which I thought was a bit strange, but then Ember Moon showed up on Raw, so I'm like, oh, is this the...
I don't know. I
Get
thought
everything.
she just looked like a tank, like putting her own arm back in the socket and stuff. It's like, I know you could say it's valiant and underdogish, fighting against the adversity.
Go on, Ross, go on.
Then fighting against that thing.
Yeah,
I thought she looked like hard as piss, With piss should have been the F word, but we can't swear, so that's
Hard
why.
as piss.
We could say piss.
When you say piss,
Great.
can't say F or
Hence
S.
the nickname Hard as Piss Shayna Baszler. She'll now be known.
It's like around good. We're going to leave that in. I'm not confused by hard as piss, but I'll leave that for 1 second. Yeah. Very effective. Glad Shayna won.
Yeah.
The only negative, again, being very picky, though, is they're in some of those submission holds for forever. And you're like, wow, it's so deadly that it's going to take us 6 minutes to figure out a counter.
It's all about blocking the extension of the arm.
Yeah.
As Jiu-Jitsu black belt Stephanie McMahon demonstrated the next night with some excellent defense.
Oh, Barry Ladd got me there. So how bad is it that Stephanie McMahon's got a better ground game than any of her opponents?
Yeah. I didn't mind that, mate, because if you're going to learn one defence, it's going to be like that armbar thing, innit? So fair play to Stephanie. And she's built as well. She works out at midnight every day for 3 hours. With a dog in the background called Andre, the Mastiff. You learn something new every day here on the Cultaholic Wrestling Podcast. True story. Triple H drags her down to the home gym, midnight.
Drags her? By the hair?
That unconfirmed reports. I've just made that up. She probably willingly goes down.
I like to think. I like to think they do a wrestler's backstage brawl downstairs, where one of them will punch the other one, and the other one will stagger down a corridor, and then the other one will follow.
She'll grab her by the back.
Yeah.
No. And then this was followed by the
tag.
Swerve.
Whoa.
The Authors of Pain versus the makeshift duo of Roderick Strong and Pete Dunne. The meal deal.
Gonna put my fist in your face. It's just Roderick Strong cut a promo on the NXT beforehand, or on the pre-show, being like, "That's right, we're gonna do it. We're awesome. Hooray! Come on!" And then Pete Dunne was like, "You'll be eating your words in a bit."
Yeah.
I like Pete Dunne. He's an excellent wrestler. I don't know.
I
how
like
he
the
can...
deadpan delivery
Yeah,
stuff.
I guess so.
It's like he fits, doesn't
He's
it?
great as a dick.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. He's great as a piss.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't want to offend anybody.
A pissing dick.
A pissing... Well, yeah.
Pete Dunne, free from urethral stricture.
Write that down. There's a new British Strong Style t-shirt design, all right?
Piss.
Piss. Makes progress. Yeah, as a good guy, it's sort of he's got such a resting bitch face that it's it's like Bobby Roode is a good guy.
Rest in piss face.
Resting.
Oh, right.
Anyway, yeah, Roddy turned on him, and you're like, oh yeah, that storyline from few months ago now, him and Undisputed Era.
It's come back.
Paying off. Yeah, great. So I like the swerve. Gives us them storyline to do. Undisputed Era look really smart by blagging their way into the Dusty Classic finish.
Yeah, fair play.
Yeah. Adam Cole wins something else.
Kyle O'Reilly's face. All about that, me. Don't even notice his facials when Roddy turned.
Yeah.
It was like what John Cena should do without going too John Cena-ish, but it was like... Yeah.
Someone did a compilation video of just Kyle O'Reilly getting hit and then going, yeah, well, and then just falling over.
Do you see his cell when he got German suplexed and tried to do a New Japan no cell and then just went and just fell through the ropes? You know Athers, British wrestling fan Athers.
Yeah.
He pointed out on Twitter that Kyle O'Reilly looks like Mark Zuckerberg, which I think is quite.
No.
Yes, he does a little bit.
Don't be right.
He's white and got brown hair.
No, he looks a little bit like
so
Zuckerberg.
similar.
A little bit. I think it was quite a good shout.
Moving on.
Maybe the pictures that he chose looked better than, I don't know.
Was it a picture of Mark Zuckerberg with the name erased and Kyle O'Reilly underneath?
Mark Zuckerberg doing that thing. The Undisputed
And
Era.
then Alistair Black took on Almas.
Oh, good match.
I was loving how pinpointed the counters and they knew the moves and everything like that. It was beautiful.
I love how little
very badly
Zelina's like got Tourette's of the Hurricanrana. She's walking on the street and just doing it to everyone she walks by. That's all she does. It's fantastic.
She was great.
Yeah, no second thought given.
And
Spike's one.
And
fantastic.
the story of like he's used her to retain the belt so many times, and then she's his downfall because he caught her, and then
that
was open
Jezebel.
for them.
She was hoisted.
Is that an old JR reference?
Yeah, that's a really that Jezebel.
Put it through the table.
He was hoisted by her own leotard.
Yes, good.
Yeah, I just thought it was so
Very good.
funny.
Are you all right?
No.
Okay.
Never. And then.
Oh man, I read a review of this main event that gave it 2.5 stars because that reviewer is trying to be clever.
Which review was it?
I don't know his name, but it was one of the 411 Mania lads. Wasn't Larry
TJ Hawk.
Wasn't Larry Sonker? It might have been TJ Hawk.
People post mock reviews about what he did.
Well,
And it was
his
something like,
style.
someone did it. It was just like Ciampa versus Dud.
He gave it 2.5 stars, which I think is just ridiculous.
Why?
I don't know. Trying to be clever. I know. It's ridiculous, isn't it? I know that wrestling's subjective, but sometimes
but sometimes it's not. That just wasn't a 2.5-star match.
No, it was very. You either thought it was. The only other opinions I've seen of it are it was very good or it was amazing. Like they're the only two opinions I've seen of it.
Yeah, but screw those people. We are also people who'd like to give our dodgy opinions. I love this match.
Yeah,
Me too.
same.
It's been built up for friggin' months. I can't even think the last WWE storyline that had a feud built that long. That they've just worked around the injuries and everything else like that. It was amazing. It felt like something from NWA 1989, like Funk and Flair going at it or something.
It's because Triple H is a big NWA mark, isn't he? That's why. He knows how to book like that.
Yeah.
He's a genius. He thinks more.
That's why mini Bobby Roode
Yeah.
is
But-
just... Oh, go on.
But the knee brace, the crutch, the sitting down next to each other.
Shane McMahon sat at ringside.
Oh yeah, he had it
couldn't
there,
he?
didn't he?
He had to get himself on camera, standing up and turning around to the camera and winking. Oh,
You know what? I'm with TJ Hawk. There was a 5-star match, so Shane McMahon. All right, 2.5 for you.
That's why it's 2.5 stars, because that pleb was there.
It also surprising result because I just fell into the trap of like, oh well, Gargano's going up, Ciampa's going to win, but no. Yeah, it was. The surprise also made it for me because when he got him in that, I was like, oh, it's actually going to happen, and then it did, and it was paced wonderfully.
I mean, Gargano about to hit him with it, and he's like,
He can't do it.
I cannot do it. And sitting down and giving him one last thing, and then him doing that was, I think on Twitter I said it was like the Disney villains. Some are given a second chance, like Scar. It's like, look, just go away, just leave, never come back. He's like, nah, screw you, and then he ends up, messed himself up. Yeah, beautiful, loved it.
Beautiful arse as well.
Both of these men were in their best. I mean, I was saying, you got to be good at if you're Gargano and you're ready to fight your friend, your ex-friend that you hate more than ever. And he shows up and he's bigger than he's ever been in his entire career.
He's the credit to the tan as well. The commitment, I should say, to the tan. All the way up the cheek, into the arsehole as well, as we all saw.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah. We all saw it.
Hey, if that happened to Triple H back in the day, it would have been a white arse on television. He would look like an idiot, but not Tommaso. tan all the way up.
Do you think that's what guy got? Like, I'm going to humiliate you. Haha. Oh, no, he's done everything.
He's shaved and everything. Vite. Alawa.
The chap was like, haha, look how big I am. And Gargano's like, just the biggest abs you've seen in WWE since
Meltzer.
Velveteen Dream. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big Daddy Melt.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Take Hour. Loved it.
Great event.
And did you see NXT this week?
I saw like the little highlights and stuff because it was mainly like a recap show.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
this
Little
is
bits.
the pre-shows, I guess.
But I saw the big debut of a team who Ross has a valid issue with their name, the War Raiders.
It got cut out of the reactions. I was devastated.
Oh, yeah, it did.
A big long spiel about World War II, no problem for us. We'll raid that war. I just went on with all these wars and said, no problem, we'll dive in there. Cold War,
they don't
cold
care
and
which
bother
war.
us.
They don't care which war.
Beautiful.
I know they had
to
do it because War Machine is all Ozzy Osbourne and all that. Is that Ozzy Osbourne? Maya. Kiss. All that bollocks.
And also the MMA fighter who...
Yeah.
I was going to say Iron Man, but...
Oh, right.
War Raiders is a strange choice. You think they would just get rid of the war?
The Machine.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they turned up and battered some people and they're now on NXT. They're going to be the new Authors of Pain, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're all just waiting for the Bludgeon Brothers money fight, aren't we? That's what we all want to see.
War Machine and Bludgeon
just
Brothers.
me.
No, it'll be good. Yeah, it'll be good. I want to see the War Machine, the War Raiders, just chuck around the Undisputed Era for a bit. Just throw them all over the place. I think that'd be good as well.
Did you have any names you'd rather have for War Raiders?
Monroe Sky. No, can't think of anything.
Hanson and Rowe.
Yeah.
But with an X instead of an and. Oh, cool that.
Indie grass.
means to ship them. Now, I did have a thing here where, because I'm sure that by now everyone has heard everyone's and their dog's opinion of WrestleMania, and because I'm being in the best of health, I did my review system for the matches at WrestleMania with the Nicolas Cage rating system.
Oh, good lord.
I've created. Well, I compare it to
Brother Love Pop on Monday. We should preface this one.
The Brother Love Pop.
Who did? Nicolas Cage?
Nicholas? No, not Nicolas Cage.
Little Nicholas. I must have missed that. Wow.
Little Nicky on Monday Night Raw.
He did get the Brother Love Pop.
That was good that the crowd were into it. I'm like, yeah, Nicky. It's like, yeah, we're at the suspender. Boo! Like he's got
scheduling conflicts.
I liked Braun's react as though he just realised. He was like, it turns out he's got scheduling conflicts.
Can you believe it, Kurt? Yeah. No one told me. So we had Matt Hardy winning the Andre the Giant Memorial Trophy. Mm-hmm. And Matt Hardy, for his reward, was given a HBO documentary on Andre the Giant. It's very nice.
Do you mean Hulk Hogan was given a documentary about Andre the Giant?
Yes.
Just watching it here, and there's a good 5-minute stretch of the birth of Hulkamania, which isn't really necessary to Andre's story. Just say it happened, and then we'll move on.
I get where they're coming from when they're like, well, we have to just give some context for Andre
Not
versus
5 minutes
Hogan.
worth, though.
Yeah, like, people know who Hulk Hogan is, surely.
He was named after an Irishman, you know.
Yeah.
I had no idea about that, to be honest with you.
I knew it was Irish because Vince wanted to dye his hair ginger, and he said no because I'm going bald already.
Vince wanted to...
if he goes ginger, just like...
He wanted to appeal to the Irish fans, presumably. Well, there's a lot of Irish people in like the northeast, isn't there, of America?
So they go through all that. You've got High Chief Peter Maivia for the Native Americans. You've got San Martino for the Italian Americans.
Yeah.
You've got Putski for the Polish Americans.
Pedro Morales for the
Hulk
Mexicans.
Hogan does not look Irish in the slightest, no.
It means he's white.
Yeah.
Not even Irish
orange.
white either. Yeah. When was the last time you saw an Irishman with a tan?
Did they mention Dizzy Hogan at all? That was
Dizzy Hogan.
Dizzy Hogan.
What?
Do you not know this? Dizzy Hogan was one of Beefcake's old gimmicks when he was Hulk Hogan's brother, Dizzy Hogan. You don't believe me here, do you?
Whoa!
He's hulking up. No, he's not. No. Oh, man. Oh, James Hogan.
There's the quota.
Right.
I thought we were going to say his surname.
But anyway, back to Matt Hardy,
Bal-
young whippersnapper, the up-and-comer who won the match that builds a career, or launches a career.
Yeah.
Or rewards a career sometimes. Big Show, wasn't it?
No, it was clearly specified launches careers and nothing else.
Can't undo it.
Might have launched Bray Wyatt's career again.
It's the Andre the Giant Memorial, not the Big John Studd Memorial.
Right.
My favourite crop joke, sorry. And yeah, Matt Hardy won with assistance from Bray Wyatt.
In a penny.
In a penny.
Crucial detail.
Yes. He's a butcher. He butchers people's careers,
His own
momentum.
career. And he butchers trolls on Twitter. Did you see it yesterday? Fantastic.
That was hilarious because the guy was actually trying to do a compliment, but it was the
Really
worst
backhanded.
compliment I've
Backhanded,
ever
though.
seen. Bray Wyatt's married to JoJo.
Well, he's
but
not.
Just
Oh,
saying.
whatever. But
But
Joe,
back of his wife.
yeah, married
Allegedly.
to Bray Wyatt is married to Bray Wyatt's wife, and does she say he's a fat pisser? No. Does she say he's a scummy? No. And he's kept on going on and on. And you're like, mate, you're the worst guy to give a. You never give a best man speech ever.
Is it because he's rich? It's not because he's rich. She's from a rich family, Jojo. It's just because he's a
reply was
nice guy.
fantastic, though.
She couldn't possibly find him attractive in any way. So it's got to just be because he's a nice guy.
His reply, I'm a cult leader, collegiate American footballer, all these little random things. Fantastic.
And the guy was like, I was giving you a compliment. You're like, no.
No,
he
weren't.
didn't. He said, I was trying to put you over, brother. That's what he said. I cringed when I read it. I was like, oh,
horrible.
Honestly, one Hogan mention every single segment of the Hall of Fame, and suddenly it's all right to talk about him. So I had this match on as a national treasure, simple fun for everyone.
Oh, is that your Nicolas
Yes.
Cage movie for this one, right?
So Alexander defeated.
Well, I've heard of that one, so we're all good so far. Yeah.
So Alexander defeated Mustafa Ali in the tournament final. This match was as good as it was gonna get,
I liked
considering it was the D Brand's title thing being blown off on the pre-show.
Yeah.
It was good. They tried hard. I'm very surprised that they had the Spanish Fly off the top, and then Charlotte and Asuka did it later on.
Charlotte nicking moves.
Yeah.
I liked how Mustafa Ali came out thinking it was a game of Beyblades, not a wrestling match, because he had that thing in his hand. See that thing?
Beyblade.
Do you remember Beyblade? Let it rip!
Yeah, we used to have Beyblades about 12 years ago, maybe.
That's Beyblade!
I was the Pokemon Digimon era. I
Beyblade
wasn't
master, me.
Well, you get a
What?
Beyblade.
I had one.
No, I had one.
Does that count as...
Yeah, I'm a master.
Let's
take it.
You used to have the
Beyblade.
thing, you used to set the thing on, and then boom, you had the little arena. And,
Yeah.
oh, far, great times.
Let it rip!
No.
Said it again.
Now we've got iPads.
You know, all two catchphrases. Let it rip
Yeah,
and...
I can't think. Let's Beyblade!
And do you remember Dizzy Hogan? You know? So this match was what I put it down as adaptation, not for everyone.
Not seen it.
There you go. Naomi surprisingly won the WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal with no women involved in
What?
the bracket.
Oh, with no.
Sorry, with no
not
famous
dedicated after a woman. Yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah, because women weren't known for Battle Royals.
Yeah. I liked this match. I thought it was little stories all over the place.
Yeah, it was a shocking conclusion.
I enjoyed seeing.
What? It was.
You say it's so funny.
I enjoyed seeing Kairi Sane in there. I thought she was going to make it like near the end, but she just
That's
didn't.
the second time she's been in a match on the main roster. And she's been booted out early on. She got eliminated by Dana Brooke at the Royal Rumble. And now that. So obviously
She's really good. Really good.
I hate her gimmick, mate.
If she was good, why
She
didn't
likes boats.
She's a
We'll
yacht-
dress her as a pirate.
Yachting enthusiast.
We'll give her a Pirates of the Caribbean tribute song as a theme.
Yeah.
She likes boats. I
She
hate
was-
that sort of stuff.
She was
Her
originally.
and Tugboat for MMC2.
Well, she was originally meant to be a pirate, and then WWE saw that gimmick and went, "Ooh,
Incest.
incest."
I'm just mixing Paul Burchill's gimmicks up there.
Oh yes, of course.
What, not your Hall of Fame thing from last week, you mean?
The one in the-
Jesus Christ. Oh, yeah, we'll be getting to that soon. Don't worry, folks.
God, there's been an upset.
And hour 6 of this WrestleMania round gone.
Bailey grew some balls and eliminated Sasha.
Oh, wow.
like
What's
that, and then turned around and Naomi had teleported back into the
The
ring.
luminous lady. Everyone missed her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was weird that Naomi won, and I know she's good, but the only feud going into this was Banks and Bailey. So
Bailey should have won.
yeah,
But to be fair, like,
Continues the feud, isn't it?
yeah,
I think because they're over, it's good that they didn't win this because it was
they don't need it.
it was the most unintentional comedy of all of WrestleMania when they were going, the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal has definitely helped people's careers, such as two of the people in this match, the
yeah.
exact same position they were when they first won it. Thanks, Corbin. And the other one. So that was most of my-
Mojo
I had it-
Rawley. Adam Pacitti will
Adam
be livid when he hears you
DMs
say
him and
that.
calls him Playboy.
Hey, thanks, Playboy. This is true.
Right.
This is
Right,
legit.
so you know Pacitti loves Mojo Rawley.
He loves him.
Yeah, but I can't tell if it's a joke or not, because I saw him drunk
to
loving Rey Mysterio.
A legitimate
Because he thinks he'll
man
do a video
crush.
for him.
I don't know,
Mojo's,
maybe.
Mojo's brilliant, isn't
So
he? He's brilliant.
Mojo followed them. So they've been chatting on DMs and stuff. Mojo kindly sorted us out with tickets to a live event last year. But Mojo,
what was it? Harlem Globetrotters.
In Newcastle. No, but Mojo calls him Playboy in the DMs.
He messaged him saying, "Do you want to?"
And it's just funny because it's Adam, and Adam's not a Playboy.
Yeah, I think Mojo's aware.
I got
I
you,
don't think he
Playboy.
is.
It'd be great,
He's
but
off his tits constantly.
Chidi shows the same name as a famous like millionaire Playboy, and Mojo's like, yeah. It's good when he finds out he's a YouTuber. Yeah,
What do you
more
mean?
fun.
That's sort of looking down your nose at YouTubers there. What's that sort of
You
passionate
should,
about?
like Kip Slip or Nip.
Kip Clips.
Kip Slip.
Kip Clips, who, like, I'll give a little spoiler. He came comfortably third, apparently, in the Hall of Fame vote.
And that's the worst thing that's ever happened to her behind it. A woman who bats with her 10 and 11-year-old baby.
We should have mixed them. We should have just lied and said, the 11-year-old kid that she was bathing was Kip Flip.
Kip, I still believe in you.
I don't.
All
You're
right.
never welcome here.
What?
Nah, don't show up.
Kip's got his own audience. He didn't care. Nah. What was the Nicolas Cage film?
Yes,
for that
ma'am.
one?
It was simple and fun again. So that's your treasure. Book of Secrets, the second one.
No, I've seen no.
Seth Rollins defeated The Miz and Finn Balor in a triple threat match.
Good match.
IC title. I thought this was very
The
well put together.
perfect opener for the WrestleMania.
Seth Rollins, the Game of Thrones character
Yes, the White Walker.
and Grand Slam champion now.
Yes.
Hashtag Grand Slam Rollins. I hope you tweeted that. Everyone had to because it's the cool thing to do.
I didn't want him to win this match because I want him to go back into the main event, but he probably won't now. Do you know what? I like Rollins.
If it wasn't for Miz in this feud, Rollins is just...
I think he's Lesnar's next feud
yes,
after
please.
Roman. I think he's the natural baby face, isn't he? The big baby face on Raw. That's what I think they're going with it. That's what I think they're going to do.
Like I said, very good in the ring, but what's his character?
Just a
What does he
cool
The
man.
workhorse.
Cool.
You need something more than that than just... He's a horse. Finn Balor joined by, as I put on Twitter, all the people he's turned gay. And I got a lot of mentions saying, how dare you, Maffew? I'm not there.
Right. I thought they were going to have taken offence at that harmless compliment to Finn Balor's attractiveness. I'd have stood on stage with him and gone, whoa, look at that. Arse.
Yeah, you'd be like, they're all like, yay. He was like, whoa.
That would have been great if there's an old man in the corner rubbing his knees.
Don't get many of him, the pound, dear.
This was a very inclusive WrestleMania. It was a very progressive one. Fair play. Like, as in, like... No, I saw someone...
No, I was thinking.
Brandon Stroud. Did a list of all
What's
the...
he gonna
all
do with
the-
anything?
all the inclusive...
It wasn't even a res. I was
He did
going
a list
to
of-
say his name, Brandon Stroud.
He did a list of all the
Pissing.
positive, inclusive things that happened, and that was one of them. And I thought, yeah, fair play, Brandon. You've helped me realise that this was the most progressive mania of all time. Progressomania, that's already been used.
Oh, it's just because people were saying how woke is WWE when
Stay
a black guy
woke.
beat a cop in the pre-show. Just saying. This was Bad Lieutenant, very well put together with a great cast.
Right.
Charlotte Flair defeated Asuka to end the streak. I like this. Oh, God.
It was a really good match, but no.
You're boiling like a kettle.
That result, though.
It's a Pete Andre line.
That result.
Not happy?
I thought Asuka should have won. I liked the match. I thought it was really good, but...
Now we've got the woman now. That's what I was all about. Charlotte's the woman now. She's the Roman Reigns of the ladies.
She's the Triple H.
To beat the woman, you have to beat the...
Only women can say that line.
Well, I said...
Oh, no. I've just realised.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Oh, no.
Wow, in my head, that was great.
Oh, no.
I liked this match. I thought it was very well put together. It worked, and it felt like a big deal.
Another little touch as well with the old tripod of the body with the figure eight at the end.
Yeah.
With a knock it on. It's
I-
the little things.
Moves are easy.
Moves away. Like
Moves
the
are
little
easy.
wings.
It's the little things.
AJ Styles,
AJ Styles.
2015.
Said that.
Said that to
Kenny?
Kenny.
Well, me, it was Kenny. Kenny interviewed AJ when we worked at Name Redacted, and he went, moves are easy. It's the little things. And I thought, you do incredibly difficult moves. Like, the moves aren't easy at all. I'd find the little things easier than the moves if I was a wrestler. But that's just AJ being AJ.
What's he going to
What?
That's just AJ.
Yeah, I got that from
Jack the Jobber has known him for years.
There's a bit of a New Jack promo where he ends up by going, that's just part of New Jack being New Jack. Talking about how he's like blind in one eye and he's got brain fluid leaking out. And, oh, God.
Good times.
Charlotte and Asuka.
Charlotte and Asuka, I thought a lot of the positives of this match were immediately undone by Charlotte losing the title immediately afterwards. Because if you're going to have her as the woman, as you were saying, and agree, yeah, wow, you beat the streak. Wow, that's awesome. And you immediately lose. It's like, oh, okay.
She couldn't help it, though. It was 4-on-1.
She go Raw, win that title.
Yeah.
Cheers, Nia. Thank you for holding it for a month.
So I thought that was maybe the best match on the show. So it was Raising Arizona, Coen Brothers film.
Oh, no, that one.
Have you seen it?
No.
Didn't think so.
Okay.
Oh,
I've seen like The Breakfast Club and that, though.
Nicolas Cage is in that.
No, I know. It's just like 80s. Yeah.
Thanks. Jinder Mahal is the new US champion. No, really.
This was weird.
He defeated Randy Orton, Bobby Roode, and Rusev in what was easily the most skippable match of the card.
This is, yeah.
Oh, but the highlight being Aiden English getting a haircut backstage.
I hope he just went backstage after the Battle Royal and Vince just caught his eye and went, "You like a dick? Cut your hair now." And he just did it. It needs explained.
Yeah.
Why did it happen? It looks better, though.
Oh, absolutely.
Looks less like Lemony Snicket. Lemony
Nice.
Snicket.
Probably,
Whichever.
I think she just did it for effect. Just to be a bit, whoa.
Pressure of WrestleMania. Grandest days of them all.
Oh, I thought you meant it just made it fall out in minutes. All right.
He lost the Battle Royal, which is no. Yeah, despite the deafening Rusev Day chants, which they then, I'm not sure if you've seen this,
On the
SmackDown this week.
SmackDown, yes.
Right, SmackDown this week. The new GM page comes out and goes, "Who do you want Daniel Bryan to wrestle?" They go, "Rusev Day, Rusev Day." Who else do you want to wrestle? AJ Styles, AJ Styles. They cut it on the SmackDown YouTube. It just goes, they've overdubbed the AJ Styles over the Rusev Day bits. But you can see, because it's all in HD, like this lovely face, that the people are clearly going, Rusev Day. Like, AJ Styles.
Wow.
Yep.
Racism.
Obviously what it is.
How dare he get over when he's not meant to?
Yeah.
He's so over as well. Oh, and
Not for long.
He's secured himself a match, which I'm sure he's going to win, against The Undertaker in Saudi Arabia in a casket match.
That's huge, that.
That's big for Rusev, but
Yeah,
it could be his last match for WWE. Like,
yeah, I think Rusev might be all in.
oh, that would be massive.
Yeah.
That would be massai.
Just saying. And yeah, so that match happened. I've Nicolas Cage rating knowing.
Is that a bad one?
I've watched it to let you people not to watch it.
Is it really bad?
Yeah. Kurt Angle and Ronda Rousey.
I'm waiting for Con Air, by the way. But carry
I
on.
was going to say Triple H and
This is Con Air.
This was
Yeah,
Con Air.
yeah,
This was
Con Air.
100% Con Air because
Yeah.
this was big dumb fun done right.
It was amazing.
I was losing it over this. Me and the friends
Ross nearly had an
watching this.
aneurysm.
Oh, me God. And Ronda finally got her hands on McMahon. I was thinking of Tom Phillips getting slapped in the face, Zack Ryder getting slapped in the face, Roman Reigns getting slapped in the face. That was all for them.
Mick Foley getting bullied.
Mick Foley getting bullied. Everyone. It was for everybody. Finally, she died. And she died again on Raw, which was even better.
Yeah, I think it's the first time she had to come up since Vicky Guerrero pushed her in the mud pit.
I think this match was
Pit of piss.
a nice reminder that
Because you can't say S.
A pit of piss, though. Jesus. Carry on.
I think this match was a nice reminder that charisma and promo ability aren't always the same thing. Because Ronda can't really cut a promo yet. She's not got. So everyone went, she's not really charismatic, is she? In this match, she has the wrestler charisma. She moves like a wrestler. She pauses at the right time, says things, holds her body like a wrestler. She's got all the little things down. And I've got no doubt that this match.
Little things.
It is the little, well, yeah. I've got no doubt this match was probably like really rehearsed a lot ahead of time. But still, she did it and looked.
She did the SmackDown
Good.
1 clothesline as well, which I loved.
What was
She
that?
rolled through at the same time.
Oh yes, that was a
I've never
first
seen
move.
anyone. I've
wasn't
never
it?
seen anyone in real life do that, I think.
I'm more like one had the Benoit one where he'd hit them and then he'd fly out the other side. But yeah, I haven't seen anyone do the rolling one.
SmackDown 1.
She looked
Big
class.
fan, Ronda.
The only dodgy thing she did, I don't think was her fault. I think Stephanie took a suplex wrong at one point.
Or land on her feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But apart from that,
That's that weird one she does. But yeah, apart from everything that she's done previously in the build that made you go, yeah, it's going to be a bit...
Just never ever have a talk
perfect.
again. Just have a rip folks' arms off, which
Yeah.
is what she should do.
class.
Yep. And least favourite bit, though, crowd chatting, you still got it at Kurt. Like, no, you are not helping that poor man. He did not have it.
Oh, hey.
I don't
he
think
did his
he looked
spots.
markedly slow.
He did his bits.
His punches were all weird looking.
Were they? I've not realised this.
I thought they were. Like,
really?
oh, maybe it's more.
He always used to do weird low punches. Like,
That's how you steal
like
hit up, didn't he?
Thank you for. It's going to be great for the audio listeners.
Yeah.
No, he did it like a.
But his little set piece moments, like the angle slam and the ankle lock on Stephanie, that was great. Ross had nearly had a second aneurysm.
Yeah.
Really good. What a match.
I can't believe they did all that with the men touching the women as they did in the ring.
Once you got Triple H on her shoulders, I was like, yes.
Oh.
It's so wrestling. It's just wrestling. It's brilliant.
Triple H putting, again, CZW former world champion Drake Younger doing the refereeing. His first time on the main roster. Hey, Drake. Yeah, when Triple H went, it's okay. Me and her.
You can just imagine some suit going, oh my God, it's a man hurting a woman. Not getting the whole intergender wrestling debate. Not to drag that thing up. You know, I think it's a load of nonsense.
Yeah.
It's wrestling, of course, Megan.
There was, the Triple H.
You just imagine
selling.
some suit who doesn't understand what wrestling is going, oh no! No! So that's why I was shocked they did it.
No, I get you. But yeah, they had to make it clear, like, Triple H was like getting just pounded in the corner, like, oh,
he was, his body was like,
Shane McMahon should watch
like
Ronda punch.
Yeah.
Oh, you could tell Shane McMahon later on was trying to do Ronda punches and didn't have quite the same effect.
Triple H's body was like he was being shelled in a war movie. It was like, it really was. Like Platoon.
The guy in The Godfather Part 1 was gets out of the car. Oh, don't tell me I've not seen The Godfather.
I know, this
Don't
one's,
be that
this one's
guy.
on me. This one's, I've never seen The Godfather. I know. But I've seen Scarface. Well, anyway, that was Con Air, was it?
Anyway, yes. Yeah, because I said after a few pints, you think it's the best match ever.
Yeah, what?
The Bludgeon Brothers become the new SmackDown Tag Team Champions. So they had to follow that match somehow. Defeating the Usos and New Day.
And the short stacks.
Yes.
Small people dressed as pancakes, which I think we should talk about for upwards of 10 minutes. So it's one of the greatest WrestleMania entrances of all time, especially when the guy that looked like Butterbean pulled a hammy and what
He did.
limped away after doing the worm. It was
You see him stand up and he goes, oh, and it's like, oh.
Poor man.
Limps away high-fiving people.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah. So you got the two doing the worm down the side of the ring, and then the one who looked like Butterbean on the side just got up and limped away. Poor man.
It was class.
Oh, probably the best moment of the night for me. I loved it. I love it when out like that happens.
Oh, dear.
That was easily the most memorable bit of the show as well. Of the match. The whole point is getting the Bludgeon Brothers our new dudes, and they're very slowly getting them over, so it's fine. I was alright with the match. People online seem to hate it. Because
I didn't mind it personally.
Yeah.
I think it'll build to something.
Yeah, the Bludgeon Brothers, they've already beaten the hell out of both teams anyway at the Clash of Champions. No, sorry, Fastlane. So they could have just done the same here because they got exactly the same. So yeah, it was slightly competitive until it wasn't.
Yeah.
So,
Fair.
but that's it. Okay, move on. They've got to stop doing just the generic to be like, oh, what's he going to express or emote, and just do the stare.
Apparently,
look at that.
Listen to Luke Harper on, I think it was Sam Roberts' podcast, and apparently Vince McMahon's very hands-on with this gimmick. Like Vince McMahon directed all the promos in the woods where they hit a camera with a polystyrene hammer. So this is direction from Vince just to go.
Which Nicolas Cage film is that one?
Ghost Rider.
Right. Is it short?
Formulaic, yes.
All right.
Then The Undertaker defeated John Cena. I genuinely thought Undertaker wasn't going to show up. This was going to be, like, Elias just being a dick. Yeah, what a weird build.
I don't know what to make of it, me.
I'm still waiting for Cena to come out on Raw with, like, stubble and just be like, like Christopher Reeve in Superman 3.
He was drunk. No, he wasn't drunk.
That's why he lost.
Yeah.
Inebriated.
I found Cena hilarious all night. Whenever it cut to him and he reacted a beat too late, like he'd have a bit of a I'm having to watch another wrestling match, and then he would like, then he'd think, oh, the camera's on me, and it's the Cruiserweight Championship match, and he would like, yeah, and then there's a picture of him on WWE.com which is brilliant. It's just him having the most laddie time. He's on his feet, whipping up the crowd, pint in hand, just like yeah. But he got taught a lesson.
He got a lady pregnant as well next to him.
There were so many tweets that were brilliant. The lady, she's going to give birth to the Undertaker, and that's his entrance.
But how weird would it be if you had a WrestleMania And it's like, oh, John Cena sat next to us.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to heckle some people in the crowd. And I'm just going to politely applaud. To be honest with you.
This was weird. I'm excited to see what it leads to, though. Cena Taker 2 next year?
I thought Undertaker was done, and I was happy with that because he was in so much pain and looked it last year.
Got a new hip?
Yeah, but
He was still going, "Ugh," when he was running across the ring, though.
yeah, and coach's like, wow, he looks great. It's like, yeah, he took one bump. Like,
It was a relentless 5 minutes of wrestling, though, for him, so the hip is working. He wouldn't have been able to do that last year, I don't think. Like running across the ring, even if he was clearly still in pain. The Shane McMahon.
just
But
overdubbed the entire match with that.
But yeah, it was a fun little match, wasn't it?
Yeah, just
But
weird.
I don't like the people online going, "Oh, John Cena is such a professional." After that, but doing the honours for the Undertaker in 2018, as if the Undertaker need the honours doing for him. Such a noble man, always doing it for the people. You don't see these tweets? Loads of them.
What? How
Loads
does that
of them.
make any sense?
No, it doesn't, does it? It's like, it's the Undertaker. It's fine if you lose the Undertaker.
Anyway,
I liked it. It was exciting.
Rusev, though, if you would do that to Rusev at 31 like you should have, then we'd be talking differently about him.
or Bray Wyatt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had
Or Wade Barrett.
Yeah.
That one still annoys me. Anyway, sorry, carry on. Which Nicholas Cage?
his cameo in Kick-Ass.
Okay.
It's about as long as that. Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon eventually defeated Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn via submission.
Kevin and Sammy were up against it. About 10-15 minutes of handicap match against Shane McMahon.
Oh, hey.
It's a wonder they made it through.
Yeah.
So weird how they did that, though. It's like you've waited 3 years to see Daniel Bryan wrestle, and one bump and he's down again, and you're still waiting for Daniel Bryan to wrestle.
Luckily, Shane McMahon with tuberculosis was there to save him.
He was battering those lads. He's so good.
There's a hole in his intestine.
He gave him the jibber jabber jibber jabber. Oh,
He did this float over
He's
DDT.
unbearable, isn't he? Unbearable.
he may be the worst wrestler presented as a big deal in all of wrestling.
Whoa.
Yeah, but he's like 49 in shape, though. So he's got to be. He's like a UFC
Wow,
fighter.
I'm so happy. I'm sure his children, who probably have amazing names like
Monroe Sky.
my Vanilla Sky, like Fitzcarraldo,
I reckon they've got names like Rocket and
Rocket Man, and Toy Story 2, his favorite kids.
Sorry, too, McMahon.
He's the best McMahon.
Yeah.
Well,
Not as good as Toy Story 1 McMahon, but alright.
well, obviously.
Toy Story 3 McMahon is comfortably the worst. But also the most emotional.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, this review's becoming emotional. This didn't. The build up to this was amazing, and this was not the blow off I or imagine anybody else was wanting. But yeah, Daniel Bryan's
Still
back.
excited
and
to see him
he's
back, yeah.
So and that's important
And
thing.
Kevin Steen has joined El Generico and opening his pro wrestling tees store again today. Yesterday, as this goes out.
And to delete his tweets as well.
Has he?
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
I hope they
alive
let them
and
actually
well.
wrestle independent shows for a month or two.
Well, they could do a thing with Evolve, couldn't they? Or
Yeah, they could do a thing with Evolve.
Oh, they'll be on
That's
the
such a good
Progress
shout.
show, won't they?
They could do a thing with Progress.
that might be
The
that might
Wembley
work.
show.
Yeah, that. Oh my. No, that's too far away.
No.
That's too far away, surely.
When is it? Like October?
September, October, yeah. But they could do some indies.
That'd
That's
be
really
unreal. Let them go for a year and just do all the
I
big
like this
indies
now,
and then
yeah.
come back and kill Shane McMahon.
I thought missing a beat by not showing up at Joey Janela's spring break.
Yeah.
It's like for 3 seconds. Yeah, you're all right. And then Joey's like, no, you're not booked. Please leave. Oh, all right. So I had this down as 8mm, which is a very good film, but it's at least an hour and a half too long. Nia Jax defeated Alexa Bliss. So I put see above because, God, this is what our 4.5.
See, this match should have lasted about a minute.
Yeah, exactly.
He's an Iron Murderer.
Honky Tonk Man, Ultimate Warrior,
Yeah.
Bing Bang Bong. But
Yeah.
no. So yeah, whatever, good, but come on, man.
At least the result was right.
Yes.
You know.
Imagine if they didn't after the story they told.
Oh.
It'd be in hell
But
on.
then they carried it on Raw. She called her fat again.
Yeah, but the crowd loves Nia Jax now.
Yeah, to be fair, yeah,
I mean,
that's true.
yeah, I mean, obviously this is post Raw
Yeah.
WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So post WrestleMania War. So I'll be interested to see how it keeps on going the next
Yeah.
few weeks. But AJ Styles, we did Nakamura.
Interesting.
I thought this was good. Everyone else I've spoken to says that match sucked compared to the New Japan stuff. I'm like, it's the first match of a feud, as was evidenced by the ball show.
It was the direct opposite of what happened at the New Japan, wasn't it? In the big one?
Yes, it was. I've never even thought of that.
I haven't even thought of it. Well done, Ross.
Yeah, Jesus.
I watched it just before WrestleMania.
Did you like it?
When they published it, yeah.
Do you like it? Do you like the bit where he shot him and he ate the bullet?
Yeah, that's a bit
Yeah.
I also
Can't remember
like
any of
how
the moves, but
Nakamura is now Sean Connery in his speech, which is just the best.
Sean Connery.
Is it Sean Connery?
All the
Bond where
people. Yeah.
Oh,
but
yes.
Well, wait for the SmackDown bit to talk about that, because that's why it was weird.
of all the people comparing to,
This is weird because it was a WrestleMania main event that is clearly being used to build another match, which is not the way it normally happens. Normally it's the culmination, isn't it, the WrestleMania match?
yeah, but as Raw told us immediately afterwards, hey, there's a show in 2 weeks. I'm like, oh, there's no slowdown period. So it's on Gone in 60 Seconds, a slick remake, but I prefer the original.
Underwhelming.
Very nice, that one.
I liked it as the first match of the series. I like Nakamura's turn, though. I think people had very high expectations, which, in fairness, WWE did build this match as, this is going to be amazing, and so...
They did?
Yeah.
They did
Apparently
build
he's
it.
a much better heel than he is a face, which I don't have an opinion of because I wasn't really exposed to that in New Japan.
No,
See, that's
same.
it. My opinion of Nakamura is just watching his WWE stuff.
I've only
looks
seen,
alright. So.
I've only seen him as a face in New Japan as well. By the time I started watching New Japan, he was already a face. So I'm excited to see what he's like as a helio.
To Helio.
Yeah.
Bronze.
Helium.
Oh, is that what that was? Thank you for explaining it, Ross. Braun Strowman went out the ring to find himself a tag team partner.
Yes.
Passing Johnny Moss, Robbie Brookside,
Trent Seven.
No.
Trent
Way
Seven,
Jose.
and MK McCannon of Fight Club Pro.
Oh, really?
No
No Way Jose, yes.
yeah.
Suzuki was up in the rafters somewhere. You could have called him down.
Somebody was on Reddit and said that they were next to Tanahashi, who was watching it, and he was going, yeah. But no, a man deadlier than all of them.
Yes.
The son of referee John Cone.
That's right. Or Nicholas to his friends. That actually might not be his real name. That might be his kayfabe name. Him being a tag team champion and all.
Nick Cone.
Yeah,
Nick Cone.
Nick Cohen. Anyway.
That was cool with that.
Beat Cesaro and Sheamus, and I was... Go on.
Only one thing I would have enjoyed to make this more fun would have been if he tagged Nicholas and let him make the pin.
I thought that was
going to happen, yeah.
Right.
But never mind.
But I like it maybe because it's Peyton Braun shown to be quite a rounded character. He's a bloody monster, but he's a big softy. Likes the kids.
Heart of gold.
I like it because it's not the normal thing to really do. It's like if you're over 6'3", you're...
Yeah.
But he's not.
Braun doing comedy is quite good, actually.
He can
And
smile as well. He's got a lovely smile.
you get worried when they try and turn a cool guy into the smiley, happy baby face. But Braun's pulling it off because he's Braun Strowman.
Yeah.
If Roman Reigns had tagged in the sick kid from the Hall of Fame, the crowd would have booed the kid.
Yeah.
But Braun Strowman got Nicholas, so he gave him the rub.
It's just the way he said, get in there.
He's like, what am I doing? Get in! So great. Yeah. On paper, though, I'm like, wow, the Raw Tag Division is dead. It's like, yeah, the Bar was saying that before this.
But it's been a little bit rejuvenated already.
Yeah, because they did the
Bray
tag
and Matt, Authors of Pain are up.
Mm-hmm.
And what's the other thing? The Revival
Revival.
won a match. So it's all going
Right.
all right, yeah.
Turn that round. So I put down as Vampire's Kiss, which makes as much sense as a kid winning the tag title.
I've never even heard of that one.
Oh, it's great. It's the one where he goes, I'm a vampire. Have you ever seen that Nicolas Cage freak
I've
out
seen that
video?
little bit, yeah.
it's that one.
All right, okay.
Anyway, which leads us to the alleged main event.
Can
and
I
all I
guess-
saw was dollar signs when I saw this.
Can I
freaking-
guess-
Oh, please do. Go on.
Face Off?
No,
Is that the
because
one
that's
you've done?
good. I had this as Wicker Man.
Right, yeah, okay, all right. Fair play.
Because the biggest cheer of the Brother Love pop came when the match ended. I've never seen a match get booed by the crowd when they both rolled in before the double count out.
Yeah. It was...
Oh my
The
god.
big issue is kicking out of 5 F5s when nobody else can kick out of 1. It's like, just aware, man. It's staring you right in the face, the problem what you're doing with Roman Reigns, and they just keep doing it. It's just like... And then having the whole show end on him, even though he lost, and his music's playing, it's like nobody else would get that treatment. So why him?
So they've put Brock over everybody for the past, year and a half?
Braun couldn't even kick out 1 F5.
Right.
Samoa Joe
couldn't, right. They put him over everybody. And it's all been building up to, WrestleMania, someone's going to beat him. And it might be Braun. It's not going to be Braun. Oh, it's going to be Roman Reigns. All right. So all the previous ones would be like, well, it's coming. It's coming. And then Roman doesn't win. After all the pushes, the Elimination Chamber win.
He gets battered as well. He got cut open. Oh, man.
Why?
They were fantastic visuals, by the way. All credit to Roman Reigns for having such thin blood. And that famous bloodline of his. His face was covered. It was fantastic.
I'm surprised the Samoan blood dripping on his face. Like the white blood cells weren't hitting Brock in the face. And yeah, it just kept on going. Brock, who I used to love.
It's just the same thing now, isn't it? It's just change it up a bit, change something.
Yeah, I've heard this song. Play someone else.
Yeah.
I love the era when he beat Cena, he beat Undertaker, he beat everybody.
That's finished now, though. It's like Jose Mourinho. That's what he is, Brock Lesnar. In his time, his tactics won everything, but now it's moved on. Football is passing Brock Lesnar by.
Beautiful.
He needs to adapt with the times and evolve a bit.
Needs to do some gegenpressing.
Sign Gareth Bale
to
be his advocate or something.
I think they should have done what Pacitti told me was rumoured before the event, and I was quite annoyed because I thought he'd spoiled it for me. I was like, that is what's going to happen. He thought, because he'd read somewhere, that Heyman had said, whatever happens, I'm leaving with the WWE Universal Champion, and everyone thought he's going to screw Brock, and then he'll be Roman's manager. And that would solve the problems because Roman would be heel, Heyman would be his mouthpiece, and Brock could go back and fight. But it turns out no.
Wow, that would have been great.
That would have been fantastic.
That would have been better than anything in this match, and even worse than anything that happened. It means we've still got Brock as champ, so we're still going to get these matches. I'm sick of now.
I think he's losing in Jeddah.
Yes,
steel cage.
I think he's losing.
Yes,
Paul White will come up from inside the ring.
I think they'll Shawn Michaels as well. I think they'll do a massive show and the belt will change.
Chamber, I think he was hitting that.
The Elimination. Sorry, that wasn't even a steel cage. Damn it! But no, I think that the title change will happen in Jeddah, and then they'll get a lot of money. Just get given loads of money.
I hope that's the reason why they're doing this. I assume so. I mean, why else would you do anything like that? But yeah, the main event of WrestleMania, though, however, even if it was a great match, the crowd didn't care about it because the show was 7 hours long. There was nothing. The only thing that could have headlined and not got booed was a raffle. I doubt that could work in a stadium of that size. So WrestleMania, a mixed bag. Christ,
a David Bixen spot.
Bix
I thought I would have said that too. The Bix, the Charlotte Asuka match, the mixed tag match,
Triple threat.
Is that it?
No, there was more good stuff. Cena and
Nakamura, AJ, depending on your perspective. Yeah, all this goes. Yeah, Undertaker, Cena, why not? Yeah, 7 hours. Nah, I fell asleep. My body was probably why I'm so ill because I've got a virus, but it's not contagious because my housemates are fine. We hope. Now, by listening to this, you're going to be ill. I'm apologising. But I fell asleep, couldn't take any more. Just as AJ Styles came out with the wrong typo.
The Universal Champion.
The Universal Champion on his thing.
Yeah.
So I put that down to, that was all. Good night, Maffew. Like, good night, WWE. So yeah, any more closing thoughts before we move on?
No.
It's an okay show, and as Ross said, it's been judged a bit harshly. Yeah.
Yeah, but I agree with what Ross said, though. If you took that last hour off, it was great.
Yeah. Yep.
Everybody get excited for the Cultaholic Hall of Fame!
And before we move on to Raw, SmackDown, and all the other stuff, we're going to the favouriteest bit of all the Cultaholic video podcast, and that is...
It's the best Hall of Fame in the world.
That's right. Hogan.
Although Jarius J.J. Robinson made that Hall of Fame a bit more prestigious last week.
He was charismatic.
What a fantastic young man.
Yeah.
He's got a knack, Nicholas.
Mark Henry, really good speech. Enjoyed that.
Wow, that gave me goosebumps in some bits.
Enjoyed Jarrett's speech until
started not singing the song.
Until they forgot all the words.
Pair of pissed dads at a wedding.
That's exactly what it was supposed to be.
I know, but
like Sonny and Cher or something.
At least when the Freebirds, did it, they knew what the words were.
Oh, they weren't drunk or anything.
45-minute set, yeah, but they still. They pulled out of the bag.
Bad Street USA was their theme song for about 3 years. That was one skit.
Yeah, but I like Jarrett's speech though. I enjoyed it.
I like his jacket as well.
Yes.
Threw a Tip-X at him.
I liked the first hour and a half of Hillbilly Jim's speech. Tape it off towards the end.
This is going to be brief at the start. Jesus Christ.
And the Dudleys were hysterical.
Yeah.
Devon Dudley. I think I'm a good-looking black man.
Fair play.
Why have you waited until the very last day of our career together to be entertaining?
Him and Jeff with a special handshake like that as well. Jeff Hardy. You know, see that?
No.
Oh, Devon and Jeff
the
had like a
bloody-
crazy handshake.
The hip thing with footballers at the minute where the
Secret handshake, all different kinds of stuff going on.
Oh, nice.
Childish. Playground stuff. That. Grow up, man.
Anyway, got the Cultaholic Hall of Fame
So
here.
obviously,
Oh, the other Hall of
last
Fame.
week's nominations were
Oh, no.
Kip Clips, my
Clips,
boy.
famous YouTuber who will never
Kip
work at Cultaholic.
Clips.
All right.
A lady who was on this morning in the UK admitting that she baths with her 10 and 11-year-old sons at the same time, naked as well.
I think the reason I'm ill is because of whatever you had, you gave to me. And I picked the only wrestling thing, which was the wrestling episode of Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Kip Clips is a wrestling YouTuber.
Why did you feel
related thing?
Why did you feel inclined to say that?
Because you said that you picked the only wrestling thing.
Oh, right.
Anyway, the winner is
Unsurprisingly,
Why
on this
you
wrestling
defended
podcast,
Oh my God!
It's
For the German view, yeah, mein Gott.
it's the wrestling edition of It's Always Sunny episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. The photo that Adam Pacitti has chosen disappointed me a little bit. It's Danny DeVito celebrating, which is fair enough. I wanted all three Birds of War doing their entrance, but it's all right. Funny episode, worthy winner.
Birds of War. That could be War Raiders' new name.
The Birds of War. Birds of War.
Mamma mia.
That hurt.
Yes. What are your nominations? No, actually, could we get Ross's first? Because I don't care what you have
Mine's,
to say. You'll say some other YouTuber.
mine is a bit of a complicated. Well, it's not complicated. Mine is the people who lost their bananas at the return of the Undertaker WrestleMania, but then lost their bananas in a different way at Nicholas winning the Raw Tag Team Championship, because that is too far-fetched, apparently.
Lost their bananas.
Like, went, whoa.
So
Oh, I thought you meant literally.
they thought it was they were going witty bitty bat's eye for a undead dead man who can produce lightning from his fingertips and all this mystical stuff, but a 10-year-old child not doing anything to win a Raw Tag Team Champion, that's too far. I'm going to go for those people. They're going in the Hall of Fame, hopefully. Maybe not. Probably not.
So you're going for angry traditionalists.
Backwards. Yeah.
Backwards.
Angry wrongins, we'll call them. What's that about, man? I couldn't believe it when I saw people tweeting about that.
So half of Twitter. Fun fact though, Stephen Fludder, the guy who runs PCW, had on his Facebook, because he's funny as hell, like roasting Rene Dupree because he's booked him for a show. And it's like roasting that he's no longer the youngest ever tag champion in WWE history.
Nice.
I saw a little graphic. I forgot about Renee. Tyler Bate
must be
19
gutted.
years and 10 months,
Yeah.
and Renee was 19 and 3, I think it was.
Yeah.
Well, fair enough.
I hate that. It's like when he's like, oh,
How are we
Carl
gonna-
Fletcher, he's so good. Yeah, he's 18.
If that wins,
All right.
then what picture is going to represent that?
That picture that Pacitti uses in every video.
The
of
guy at the computer?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah, fair enough.
But us.
Yeah, essentially.
Us, yeah.
Yeah.
Like if we all had a baby together, that's what it would look like.
Why? It's twice talking about babies.
Well, go in a petri dish.
We all won a tag champion as a kid. I don't know.
Do you want to go next, or shall I go next?
Yeah. Mine is going to be the Stevie Richards joke. In No Mercy for the N64.
Which is already in there.
Yeah, but you know, whose genes are in this again? I forget.
Yeah.
In No Mercy for the N64, the follows the storyline of WrestleMania 2000, where it was the four-way. So it was Triple H, The Rock, Mick Foley, and in real life, it was The Big Show. By the time No Mercy came out, The Big Show was off TV. I believe he was been going on OVW to lose weight and get less crap, basically. And so, No Mercy people, THQ and Aki, looked at it and went, oh, well, they're all stables here, right? Well, when we made WCW NWO Revenge, they had all the stables. So it was NWO, NWO Wolfpack, and then there was Raven's Flock. So the second biggest stable, outside of, I don't know, DX, the corporation, and No Mercy, is Right to Censor.
Oh, so
Stephen Richards of Right to Censor is the fourth man. He takes the role of Big Show. And since then, people like myself, old people, have taken to reference Stevie Richards as being people who are not named anymore in wrestling, like, for example, Benoit in any match at any time, or Ole Anderson, who is the only original Horseman member who's not in the WWE Hall of Fame because everyone hates him because he's a miserable get.
Right.
So the Steve Richards joke, which I think is the oldest running wrestling joke thing still going outside of the cheese souffle thing from Game FAQs, but I'm pretty sure that's dead.
Jericho got shafted twice then. Because he was in the main event, wasn't he, until he got replaced by Foley?
Yeah, in the video game and in real life. And so I said, I've never watched this back, but people doing retro reviews of WrestleMania because of obviously WrestleMania recently. The look Foley has as he's coming down for WrestleMania 2000 is like someone used to say the Buff Bagwell look when he wasn't winning. He looked like he'd rather be anywhere else other than that. I've never noticed it. It's just like,
I need to watch that back. I've never noticed that.
Yeah, I love Mick Foley, but I don't want to see it. But
well, thanks for that, because I've seen that reference, but I never understood the background of it. So
I do
thanks
get
for
people asking me,
explaining.
what do you mean the Stevie Richards? Obviously, and in capital letters as well.
I get it now. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Mine is Tyler Breeze. Tyler Breeze.
He mentioned me on Twitter.
Yeah, he did. He called me out.
Oh, God, what have you done now?
A very fair tweet, right?
Oh, no.
Which didn't tag anyone in it, didn't name anyone. I just said, do you reckon that NXT call-ups are, look back and are sad because they've gone from having a state-of-the-art training facility, nice weather, living with all their pals, hot crowd every week or every taping session or whatever, really good takeovers and all that sort of stuff. Do you think they get sad that they look back on the good old days? And I get that they'll make more money on the main roster, but do you think they wish they were back there?
Baron Corbin definitely does.
Tyler Breeze quote retweeted me and said, "No, just different stages of life. I'm totally happy and all that sort of stuff." I was like, fair enough. He took it really well, but since then he's been quite rattled, I think. Well, not rattled, but a lot of people have been chiming in, going like, "But look at you, you're just a mid-carder." And I don't like that. I didn't want to do that. But the thing also that I don't like about this, which Tyler Breeze I feel should have realised is not what my opinion was, is the people have been jumping in to angrily defend him on his behalf, say stuff like, "Well, Jack's just a mark who doesn't know anything," or and I didn't even mention Tyler Breeze.
Why did Kip Flip say that?
Yeah, but because he answered my question, which I didn't even ask him, but because he answered it in a fair way initially, and, seems like a happy man, and is very pretty, as he says himself, Tyler Breeze.
Oh, that's nice. That you've turned that fairly disguised disgust into a compliment. But no, yeah, you're right. I'm glad when wrestlers angry respond with happiness.
Yeah, it wasn't an anger response.
I interject, as I tend to do on this Cultaholic podcast. I took a little picture of Sean Waltman and his dog at the Hall of Fame.
I love his dog, mate.
And I was like, he's brought his dog, yay! Not knowing that it's a...
It's got a broken jaw.
Oh, that too.
Like a mental health dog?
Oh, what's it called? Yeah, a trauma dog or something. I forget the correct term. But yeah, a mental health dog. And people underneath were just friggin' the worst. Oh, and I tagged him in it because I was being, yay!
Yeah, your dog.
I like to tag wrestlers in if it's a compliment. I rarely go, haha, you suck at EC3, because I'll never ever say that, obviously. But
You just did.
No. Don't edit that out.
Clip that.
Cut. All the people underneath were just, ha, smackhead. Come on.
Jesus
really?
Christ.
There's somebody who's doing well with his life.
24 documentary about Raw 25 yet?
No.
Taker has
Is it on?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm doing when I get home.
Taker had a little meeting with the dog. He's like, who's this little guy? He goes to hug X-Pac with the dog in the little harness in between the two big men.
Oh, dear.
And X-Pac has to explain who his dog is and why it looks like it does.
Wait, the Undertaker had a meeting with the dog?
Yeah.
Well, wrestlers court.
There's a lot.
I heard you've been paying your money for the card holes.
Yes. But Undertaker, got shown out of kayfabe quite a few times during that documentary, which is a bit of a surprise, considering he's still in the kayfabe in WrestleMania. Who knows how far back in advance this was planned, this WrestleMania match. I'm just rambling here. But at the end of the day, he met X-Pac's dog, and that's a thing that happened.
They should have called it, not behind the scenes of Raw 35, Undertaker meets X-Pac's dog.
Then X-Pac went and got a haircut.
So did Shawn Michaels.
Looks like Francis Rossi. You must know Francis Rossi. Status Quo.
Yeah.
The one with not blonde hair.
Oh, that one. Gotcha.
They're on the nation's favourite street. Everyone knows them. I've obviously Les Dennis there.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say Les Dennis.
What's his second name? Dawson. No, that's a comedian, isn't it?
Yeah.
Les off Coronation Street.
Battersby.
Battersby.
Oh, now you've said that.
What?
No, I can't unsee it.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
But anyway.
Oh, speaking of that, somebody brought a picture of Doc Cotton to WrestleMania.
Is that how that was?
I couldn't get a good print screen because it was so far back, and the lighting was really weird this year's WrestleMania. It's almost
very
like
bright.
Yeah, it was almost like they were going to go for a 3D effect, but forgot to switch it off.
But did you see the cool Mission Impossible lights during entrances when they stand in the ring and all the lights would circle around?
I
little,
did.
tiny
I
little...
instinctively was about to press X to avoid them.
I like that. Fair,
God,
fair,
I'm
fair.
pressing the
No,
button myself,
that was nine. That was a good one. That was good. Cool.
Anyway, to vote for the prestigious the Cultaholic Hall of Fame, your three choices are backwards fans,
Vote for yourself, God.
Stevie Richards' No Mercy reference thing, and
Tyler Breeze.
Tyler Breeze.
And you can get that
Patreon.com.
patreon.com/Cultaholic.
Give us your money.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the Raw and SmackDown recap.
Raw and SmackDown.
Raw and SmackDown.
Raw
I'm
and
looking to
SmackDown.
do this as quickly as possible.
Debuts: Raw, Ember Moon, good.
Yeah.
Authors of Pain, sooner than I thought.
Oh.
I thought they'd be down on NXT for bare time still because they're both little babies, aren't they? Little babies.
True, but I mean, if they're going to do the Raw Tag Team revitalization after the destruction of Nicholas, then yeah, what better time than now? No way, Jose.
No way, Jose. Who is dead in the water already, I reckon.
Oh, now I think he's
Adam
perfect.
Rose, it's like, oh.
Punches lads in the face really hard. No
Just
way,
gonna be
Jose.
Michael Colgan, isn't he so fun to watch?
See, I don't.
Wow.
He is.
Gary
Oh
Stride.
my! Sorry, that's Bobby Lashley's line. Now.
Oh, Bobby Lashley.
Bobby Lashley
Return.
came back. A pop, by the way, that I've never heard before, the likes of before. Normally it's like, ah! But this is more like, whoa!
We know him. He's a friend from work. Yeah.
So
Bobby
we have a
Lashley.
new term, the Bobby Lashley pop.
Oh no.
Ooh.
The Brother Love pop is the traditional,
I
everyone
see,
just
right.
loses their bananas, but the Bobby Lashley pop's more of a, ooh.
Oh.
Listen to it back, you'll hear a different sound in Poppington.
Was that?
I was going to get upset. I thought the Brother Love pop was being replaced.
No.
Is there a third type of pop when you know that something's coming, but you still can't quite believe it's happened, like a Money in the Bank cash-in, or when Ciampa turned on Gargano, like the oh.
To be confirmed.
Okay.
The NXT logo pop.
Yes, the NXT signature pop.
No. Yeah, No Way Jose I think will do well. I think Adam Rose's thing was, it was a great idea. It just, he didn't have any feud or storyline or momentum or anything other than the entrance. So I think No Way Jose's career will be marked by that if they do anything with him.
3-time WWE champion, 4-time.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a big man, isn't he?
Is he?
6'3" or 6'4".
Is he?
Yeah.
I've
Wow.
never noticed. Oh, good for him.
Big man, so.
No way.
Maybe he's a bit better. Not gonna be.
Jose.
That's all.
Jesus Christ.
Got there eventually.
Nicholas vacates the title.
Ah.
Leave the memories alone. Tag Team Eliminator. The Revival beat the Club.
Tag Team Eliminator.
Good name, that.
I mean, it was, but it wasn't.
Vince.
It wasn't eliminated. It was a tournament. But
Tag Team
Isn't it an American
Eliminator.
football reference-ish? You have eliminators in that somewhere?
Playoff.
they've done it in
I don't know.
playoffs. We've done it.
Oh, my playoff.
Playoff. Well, where's lucky if we win a game? That guy.
Nick McCarthy did that this week. Just left, quit his job in the middle of a press conference. Sorry, that's totally off topic.
He took a player off and the team just collapsed, apparently. So
fair enough.
Mick McCarthy, I'm my own caretaker of my own bloody job.
You
It
can
looks like that thing out of Futurama that I don't know the name of.
Which one?
Got hair like combed back and starts halfway up his head. I've seen
Nixon?
the picture. I can picture the thing. Not Nixon. I can picture the picture. I can't say the name because I don't know the name.
not Zoidberg.
Not Zoidberg, no.
Fry.
No hair. Not Fry either.
I can't even think.
It's a woman.
Oh, right.
Got like receding hair and
Oh, Mom.
how dare you?
No, there's a character called...
Yeah, you set that up deliberately.
No, just Mick McCarthy. Anyway, that's not
Bacon.
Mick McCarthy.
People like it when we wander off script anyway.
Shove your World Cup up your bollocks. That's my Roy Keane there. Really bad.
Wow.
You know, he told him to do that once. Told him to shove his World Cup up his bollocks.
Was it Roy Keane said about Newcastle fans? He said, I thought there were, or maybe it was Newcastle, the team, I forget, was it said, I thought there was a an arrogant lot considering they never won anything. I was just like, yeah.
Who cares about him because he just wanks his dogs? Let's move on. Roy Keane wanks his dogs.
Love Roy Keane.
I love his dog. Jeff Hardy
So
returned.
does Roy.
Jeff Hardy did return.
Oh yeah, Jeff Hardy returned.
Red Rocket. Bailey accidentally helped Banks lose. Or did she?
Yeah, why have they gone back to that? Anyway.
Because people were reacting.
Yeah.
Paige retired.
Oh.
Paige here.
No.
4 times. If you watch NXT...
No, when you're talking about a retirement, Maffew.
If you
I
watched
used that meme tastefully this week because like the Paige meme, the Paige is here meme came to life. I thought on SmackDown. Like no one's just Paige here.
But it kept...
Look, I wasn't... People like, are you making fun of her looks, Matthew? Because I've seen you. You're the last person to do this. Friggin' portrait of Dorian Gray.
Out of the bloody editing. Why is that big gap at the start? Just start it when she's already done the...
And bless her, she's only been up all night doing karaoke or something.
She was hungover. She was hungover at
Not
WrestleMania.
her fault, bless her.
No.
You know you got recordings in the morning? Why? AOP.
Who the hell was that?
My impression of...
In fairness...
There's a clip from Fighting the Family.
I was going to say, in fairness to Paige, right, helped start the women's revolution. There's a nice thing to say about Paige.
There wasn't anything negative about it.
No, I won't say anything negative about it, but I just wanted to throw in a little positive comment there.
Absolutely. I'm
Yes.
happy that she's a British lass that wasn't like tea and crumpets governor.
No, she's now the most famous English women's wrestler ever. Of all time.
Oh, Klondike Kate.
Yeah, but no, she's more famous than her. Come on.
Oh.
Of course she is.
Damn millennials.
I want to get her to tweet at you. Yeah, right. Samoa Joe returned and was like, "Sup, Roman? That was the worst promo you've ever cut in your freaking life." I didn't. All right, I can empathise slightly with WWE when they've got to fill in the gaps between. All right, we went from Brock Roman WrestleMania to Brock Roman again at Saudi Arabia just because of the amount of money they're paying us. Having Roman come out and go, "Oh, well, I only found out about this match just now."
That's true.
Like,
Tripe bomb.
Big Dave.
I'm supposed to cheer Roman because he wasn't told.
Yeah, I made this point. How is anyone like us supposed to empathise with a man who is 6'3", bronzed goddess, goddess, why not?
No,
lovely long hair, really good looking wife, lovely child, all the money in the world, top of WWE. How are we supposed to empathise with him when we're sat here?
See, CM Punk, right?
With this Hall of Fame.
Yeah, does Roman have one of them? Nah. That's
He'll never go in.
He wish he was on NXT. Screw what Tyler Breeze says. Yeah, it's so much empathising. Like when CM Punk did his, hey, this is BS, right? That fit his character and who he was. Roman Reigns is
the opposite.
He's the machine saying the machine sucks, right? You're like, screw you, Ronald McDonald. Don't tell me you're unhealthy.
Yeah.
It's a bit like I found out. I didn't find out I had a championship match until I logged on Twitter. My heart bleeds.
Can't believe Vince didn't smarten me up, and I was like, "Whoa, insider terms."
I said like the first promo he cut against Brock, it worked because of the real life. A lot of people hate Brock because he's part time and all this stuff. Could do all the roids you like, so no one cares.
Allegedly.
Oh, sorry, allegedly.
But look at him, allegedly.
I know, right? Allegedly. Yeah, but then it went because people disliked Brock. That didn't mean they liked Roman. And then Roman kept on being like, yeah, well, I read online. Next week he's going to be like, Wade Keller says that you had an altercation backstage with Shane McMahon and he wanted to fight you. And you're like...
I read TJ Hawk's review of your last match and he gave it 2.5 stars.
TJ Hawk thinks you sucks. And he's going to expect the crowd to go, TJ Hawk. We're like, who?
I've seen you on Botchamania more times than I care to imagine.
Oh, if he said that, I'd buy every shirt he ever put out.
Yeah.
But
no, I don't understand it.
yeah.
So
I'm glad Joe comes out and is like, yeah, sup, I'm going to beat the hell out of you because you only got one win against me.
I reckon that confirms, though, that he's going to win the title. Because why would Joe come out and set up a match with him at Backlash if it wasn't going to be for the...
Because he hates him.
Yeah, right, yeah, fair. That makes sense.
But yeah, you are right, though. But like, yeah, that's like, didn't even explain him. Why is he doing that? So he was like, I just don't like you.
Yeah, fair. I mean, it does make sense.
I don't like you because I read review reviews. Don't have a review site I could think of, sorry. Matt Hardy and Bray teamed up because Bray got turned into a vessel and now he's good and wholesome and I love it.
It could go anywhere.
They did the bit where Apollo did a flip and then Matt Hardy made him stop and goes, that was wonderful. And Bray was like, yeah, that was really good.
The bit backstage with Jeff was very nice.
With the pan across?
Yeah.
Oh, the pan was brilliant.
Yeah.
Jeff Hardy's mesmerising arms. That top he had on, that mesmerising.
Oh.
Woo! I was getting dizzy watching him in the ring at the end there.
Yeah. Probably as dizzy as he felt. And then, a lovely segment where Miz was like, my wife, when she found out that I lost the title,
I felt bad for Miz, yeah.
she cried.
I felt bad.
Then I cried.
His daughter cried. And then there's the opening band of NXT cried.
And they cried.
But why? I was meant to feel. I felt like Rollins and Balor were being a bit mean to him. Balor didn't win the match either. What's he coming out going? There was one guy in the match who didn't get pinned. Oh, shut up! You were asleep when he got pinned. I got really annoyed at Balor, like with his grin, and Rollins going, "Oh, it's sad to hear that you cried. I kicked your ass though." Anyway, like, I just felt so bad for him.
Yeah, WWE really struggles. Like
Baby-
this year and
baby
every other
faces,
year.
yeah.
Because like Roman Reigns is a whiner. Balor and Rollins are sticking in a guy and talking about, my baby cried.
Yeah, yeah, they're going, "Way, oh, you loser! You're a family of losers."
Your wife's a loser. Your dad's a loser. His dad's not a loser, by the way. He's amazing.
Oh, his dad's fantastic. Another highlight of the Hall of Fame once again.
Yes. SmackDown. Nakamura is
Nakamura?
I said that really badly. That wasn't even
The
intentional.
fabulous Nakamura.
Fabulous.
Banned forever.
Too problematic. No. Nakamura came out and says, I'm really, really sorry. And the crowd got it instantly like, he's not sorry.
The little wink was great, though. And the Sean Connery.
What?
Sorry, no speak English. Fantastic. It's so WWE's creative team. Why they must have written that line for him, just admitting their own bollocks over the past few months. Yeah, we can't write very well. We take the piss out of people who are Japanese because they can't speak English very well.
I think Nakamura stepped it up the past few weeks in the build at WrestleMania but beforehand I tried to do it and it came across to me being a hideous racist. But yeah, sometimes it was like, I can't speak English very well, so here's a lot of dialogue. But again, now Nakamura's being a bad guy. He's great.
Yeah.
WWE logic. And what else happened?
Paige was here.
Paige here.
She's back. Here she comes.
And another clip of... we insert a clip of that in this.
I'm pleased for her because she's very young still. And I mean, sad for her to just now have nothing to do in the business. Now she's general manager of SmackDown. Fair play. And she booked a hell of a main event. I mean, it's not
the one that people
wasn't the one who wanted, but...
What was
Russo chance.
Oh, yes, of course. Yeah, of course. Yes.
Yes,
But
and...
they always listen to the fans.
Page new GM. Carmella cashed in.
Oh, this was big. It was a big moment.
What was it?
But more importantly,
The iconic duo?
Iconics, spelled
Oh, the
two
Iconics.
I's. 3 I's.
Yeah.
Iconics.
Yeah, they came out and it was great because the crowd applauded Charlotte. She's like, thank you, it's great. I thank you, the people, I thank you. Then the Iconic came out and just roasted her. And the crowd were like, ha ha, yeah, you do that. After just cheered her.
Charlotte
She was
doesn't
like,
want to do.
But
Then they beat her up. And
I like oxygen to help me breathe.
They beat her up, and then I liked how they had to pose. They had to get the refs out of the way who were helping her to do their pose. That was quite a nice touch. I think they're great.
They've got a lot of character that Iconic do.
Yes.
And they've done Nout in NXT for the past few months. So I'm happy they're getting to do something on
everyone
SmackDown.
thought Peyton was going to win the women's championship, and then she never did.
I think she was around at the time when they were just all in on Asuka. So
Just
there wasn't
after-
much blame.
just
That's
after
when
that,
Asuka relinquished it. The fatal 4-way.
Everyone thought Peyton was going to win that,
And Ember
but then
Moon did it.
Emma Moon
And
won it.
Ember
Oh, yeah, I
Moon.
thought she
Oh,
was
I
gonna
didn't think
win.
that.
I
didn't
thought
think that.
Peyton was going
Oh,
to
the
win.
internet did. TJ Hawk, Wade Keller, all the lads. They all thought she was going to win.
Go on, say his name.
Now,
Brendan Stroud. There you go, I'll say it.
Justin Watry.
Arnold Furious.
My least favourite wrestling writer.
Oh, well, who's this?
Going to bury him. Justin Watry.
What's he right for?
4-on-1 and
Sportskeeda.
NoDQ.com. But I'm going to talk about that another time.
NoDQ.com.
It's a long
Cultaholic
story.
also has a website.
It's a long story.
With no reviewers.
where you can
Because
find articles from me and he
Yes.
sometimes.
Yeah. There's some good ones. One just went up of...
terrible ones too.
It was the last one I even wrote. Can't remember. I wrote it yesterday.
The 10 predicting 10
Predicting matches for WrestleMania 35. Cultaholic.com. Have a look.
Yeah. That's nice stuff out the way. What
Yeah.
do you like about this guy?
Justin.
So I can put him in the Hall of Fame
Nah,
next week.
because I'll just tell you about it. It's a long story. Next week I'll
fair.
nominate him for it, but it is
Tune
long.
in next week.
It is long.
Like this review. Okay, so SmackDown, blah 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 blah. Paid new gem. Bryan versus Styles.
Yeah,
Very good while it lasted.
yeah. I mean, they were never going to be given like 20 minutes, were they? It was always going to be an angle, but you know.
And then 205 Live, Brian Kendrick made his...
Oh, sorry. Nakamura's new finishing move is just hoofing people with his arm in the balls.
What an effective maneuver that is.
It's not his finisher, but yeah, it's good.
It finished him.
Hey.
Someone sent me a clip on Reddit. I've got to quickly say that's the low blow to AJ Styles, and AJ Styles' audio's been replaced with Shane McMahon getting powerball. Because I hate, you watch any TV film or whatever where, I don't know, like, let's say the 90s and before, when someone gets kicked in the bollocks, and they always go, really high-pitched, I've been hit in the bollocks several times. I've never gone high-pitched.
You
I've
just
been
go
annoyed
white
like
in the face and have to sit down, don't you?
Yeah.
It's a creeping sensation of sickness. There's the initial pain and then a creeping
That
sickness.
second where you go, oh, this is really going to hurt.
Yeah.
And it does.
Yeah. Is it worse to get hit in one, just to get clipped in one bollock than in both?
The glazing blow. The glazing?
Glancing.
Glancing. Jesus.
Glazing your
Wow,
bollock.
I mean, if you're offering.
Dipped in some honey glazing.
Let's have a run in our mailbags.
All right, no more wrestling.
Yeah.
So, before we get rummaging in on mailbag,
Mailbags.
please remember when you submit questions, when the episode you're submitting questions for will be published, because every question in the mailbag this week, but 4, were what do you think will happen at WrestleMania? Now, we're sat here 5 days after WrestleMania on Friday, so the questions cannot be answered. Just think about that in future.
What are you doing, Jenna?
Why can't we answer their questions? What do you think's happened at WrestleMania, and then say everything that happened at WrestleMania so they think we're really smart? Because obviously there's some sort of
I
delay.
think a
That's
small
a
child
waste
will
of
be
time.
plucked from the crowd called, I'm getting the letter N, and I think there's something's going to happen with him.
What? That's ridiculous.
Mary loves dick.
Mary loves
Mary.
dick. Mary loves dick.
Hey lads, and Jack Stiffy.
Oh, man!
What's that about?
It's a running joke on the big, long WrestleMania reactions video we did. I just mentioned, right, that sometimes on a bus, do you never get... I was like, lads, do you never get...
Yeah, I know.
Right. Excellent, good. Because everyone else all pretended that they didn't. And you had...
I'm the weirdo.
Is that right?
Oh,
there we
you
go.
had Pacitti no, not like that, no. But you had Pacitti...
I know what you're talking about then, you
But
freak.
you had Pacitti going like, what a weirdo, wanking off in the bus. I was like, no, that's actually not what I meant.
How dare you wank off on the bus?
I don't wank on the bus.
You're supposed to do it in the bath with your mum.
Allegedly.
Anyway.
Not wrong with bathing with your mum at 11
so
this
what-
GMTV one.
Did you
that's
you
weird.
have one?
What?
What, during WrestleMania?
No. I just mentioned it and everyone decided to run with
right.
it.
Yeah, I think it depends on how much buses you use. I don't think Pacitti's a bus user.
Obviously, like, we didn't have enough to talk about because it was only WrestleMania. So they had to... Sam had to leave
WrestleMania's going on, you're talking about
Sam
this.
had to leave in 7 jokes or so about my cock. Allegedly.
Allegedly,
No,
it
it was
happened.
true. That did actually happen.
There's audio proof of it. Oh, okay, I'm glad that someone noticed.
Yeah.
It really stood up.
Oh, a lot of YouTube comments.
Hey.
What do you think went wrong in the AJ Styles versus Nakamura match sent by Fardine?
I got you, Fardine. I've got him. I've got an answer for him. The length of the show didn't help, and the prior expectation, and it wasn't that good, but it was all right.
As I said, it was a good first match. People expect them to go all out. If they shook hands at the end and that was it, you're like, oh, that was knackers.
This was like a fast lane match on WrestleMania. That's my logic.
That's a good show.
Yeah. But this is going to build up to other matches, I hope, and it's going to be all right. It makes sense there. So I'm willing to give it time to see if they
I don't know, when
have
it's
more.
billed as one of the WrestleMania main events, you don't expect it to build to another main event, do you? You expect it to be the big blow-off, the stiff cock.
See,
This
on
is
the
what
bus.
This is what happened. Right, this is exactly what happened on the reactions video. I mentioned it once, and then for everything, like, oh, that was a bit of a stiff shot. They'd be like, but then sometimes, like, Sam would just, like, for example, not just firing shots specifically at Sam, but I was,
But he's not here,
would just use like a really contrived one, and still Ross and Pacitti would be like,
To be fair, I was absolutely arsehole.
he was.
I wouldn't suggest drinking Jack Daniels and Coke at a WrestleMania from now on.
Delicious,
Stick to a
though.
lager.
I had John Lee
I was gone.
because I thought it would keep me up. Yeah, like him on a bus. So yeah, you're right. It is easy, Ross. God. Again, I think this is in the better position it was pre-Mania because now they actually have more reason to feud other than let's have a good match, guy. But anyway, I digress.
True.
Hey lads, in brackets, including Jack. Oh, no cock this time. Love the podcast and all the content. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
There's no question.
Is there not? Is it on the next line?
No. Oh, my question is, if you were... There's 3 questions then. My question is, if you were booking a crossover event between WWE and New Japan, what would your card be? I'd love to see Daniel Bryan versus Okada. Would definitely be match of the year material. Cheers, guys. Henry Wood.
Henry Wood? Cool.
Wood?
No!
Henry's got wood. Like Jack on a... I would want to see Suzuki versus Stephanie McMahon in a cage.
Naito versus Almas is one that I mentioned on Twitter last night because they're both members of the same stable. But Naito gets more successful the more tranquilo he is, the more chilled. Almas, the more successful, the less tranquilo he gets.
Ricochet versus Ospreay.
Ospreay versus Neville if he still counts.
No, where's Neville? I was expecting him to come back this week.
Come on, Nev.
Oh, where is he?
Still at the trampoline park in Newcastle. That's where he was spotted a week or 2 ago, practicing his flips.
Yeah.
Keeping his eye in.
I should point out that the trampoline park's like an indoor thing. With like
the biggest in Europe.
It sounds like you've met. He's just in a park, just like bouncing about on the swings and that. In the rain, I'm imagining in the rain.
Do a 450 off
Are you training for wrestling? Nah, it's having fun.
And James in the corner.
No,
I've enjoyed his wee turn to an E.
The bus goes past and I'm on it with a harder.
I would have Finn Balor versus Kenny Omega or Kota Ibushi just to make sure that everybody's turned gay in one match. Especially if you're on a bus. Hey lads and Jack, I was wondering what your favourite heel turn and face turn was, respectively. P.S. I miss Jenna Samuels. Cheers, Trent, in brackets, not 7. All right, well, thanks for clearing that up. Favourite heel and face turns, Jack?
We have a think. Yeah, I need to have a think as well. Well,
obviously the favourite face turn of everybody's is Rusev's recent rise to prominence from being a Russian sympathiser with Joe Hendry as an advocate. Remember that? I was watching it the other day. It's amazing.
Him and Lionheart. I forget Lionheart's also there because
Hendry takes a terrible tumble out of the ring.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, he misses it and he just bangs his arse onto the apron.
He would have been very new then, very green.
I'm not having to go. That just didn't look very painful.
He'll have wrestled last night by the time this goes out. So congratulations or commiserations, Joe, in the Commonwealth Games.
He would have faced that UFC guy.
He would have done
Whittaker,
if he hadn't pulled out.
Much like.
Savage is a really good face turn of all time.
Yeah, that was Savage. You're right.
Savage is a really good face turn. Austin's when he was all bloodied by Bret Hart.
Heel turn, obviously.
Mark Henry only went, no, I'm a goodie now. Do you remember that? Do you remember this? Randy Orton was booked in a 3-on-1 handicap match when he was a heel. But one of the people in the team opposite him was Mark Henry, who went, because he was a heel as well at the time, he went to respectfully step away and take the count-out loss, and Randy would be fresh for the next guy in. He went to step out and then went, no.
Oh, yeah.
And everyone went, hey! But Henry's better as a heel, though.
Well, the Hall of Fame was the best thing he ever did, so... The Hall of Pain got him in the Hall of Fame, so...
Yes.
Heel, I would say...
Ciampa's one of them.
The double turn, actually.
Austin Brett.
Austin Brett's good, but the other one, the best thing Ziggler and Del Rio ever did.
Oh, right, okay.
Ziggler cashes in, gets concussed, so they have to stall while he unconcusses himself, however that works. I'm not sure, I'm not a doctor. And then Del Rio just beats the hell out of him. Beats the piss out of him.
Best face turn, Triple H.
Getting injured?
Yeah. The best face turn in ages.
And he came back for Rumble 2002.
Yeah, he won that. And he won at WrestleMania. Yeah. And he never lost again for about 2 years.
Yeah. Quickly turn into a heel turn again.
Initially, yeah, it was good.
I reckon... I just had one there. Oh, Sami Zayn's recent one, because it was so dramatic.
So well done as
pulled Kevin Owens out the way of death. It was close as well. Scary.
And he'll... it's got to be Ciampa.
Yeah, it's really good. It's so recent, though. It feels wrong, doesn't it? It feels like, I've just jumped the gun, but I think so.
There'll be people now watching things like that in the same way that we watch stuff thinking favourably like Hart and Austin.
Yeah.
And I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
I think that these are the new memories people are going to have.
Yeah.
So I was like, no.
Sounds like we're patting ourselves on the back. Well done, guys, for watching some excellent wrestling.
Yeah.
Well, here's to us.
It is a nice
great.
time to be the fan of the Graps, isn't it?
Cripply Graps.
I love how many wrestlers hate people who say the term
Graps.
graps.
I had Chris Renfrew in here. He hates that
Yeah,
term.
he-
And all of his
Scottish
fans hate it as
wrestlers
well.
really
I
do.
think a lot
quite
of
hate
other
it.
people like, no, don't call it that.
The Graps.
But I do.
Do you like it?
I
Do
took
you like
him
it?
on. I fought him in here.
Oh,
Gee,
well
I thought
done.
you also
Stunning,
hated it.
Stunning everything. The Graps.
I thought you hated calling it the Graps.
I say it every single time I'm on
I thought that was started off as an ironic thing, and then
yeah, but now it's just part of me vernacular. Just slips out.
That's half your material, isn't it?
Graps.
It was ironic, but people liked it. So it's not ironic.
back at Name Redacted,
WCKW.
Ross had a name for that sort of wrestling fan. I found it very funny. He just
What was it?
who cares what Gary Progress has got to say?
I think I've heard you say it before. To be honest, I know
Progress. I know more than you.
I know exactly the type of people you mean.
I'm a fan of Scroobius Pip and Red Stripe. What? I like Scroobius Pip.
Hey, I like Red Stripe.
I like Progress, for God's sake.
Yeah, I've not
I don't
noticed
know, I've done
that because I'm in a lofty position. I would hate to be thought of anybody as that. The gatekeeping.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get it much either. It's just.
It's sad that people say that.
I've
like,
received a bit of side eye at wrestling shows before, indie grap shows. People, yeah.
I remember you saying you were nervous about going to Fight Club Pro
I was
and all that. But
I was because there's a bit of that bastard.
I mean, I think
I bet
we have a certain stigma attached to us for being sort of not cool in those
Yeah.
kind of fans' eyes.
Yeah.
Which I don't mind.
well, I remember like
Each
because
their own, innit?
I was surprised that you liked indie wrestling and stuff like that because in my eyes, I just assumed everything you watched was because for this.
No, I
so
do
I'm
like
like, why
indie
would you
wrestling.
enjoy anything about Fight Club Pro? Because that's going to get you any hits
No, I do. Yeah, I just like
unless
it.
The Rock shows up.
The
So, but no, I'm happy for you. Sorry if I've come across
Cheers,
like
that's
no,
all
I'm not. I mean, like, I'm sorry if I come across as a gatekeeper. Like, who?
No,
Who
at
do
all.
you think you are watching wrestling?
No, that was
only I can watch indie wrestling.
No, that was a funny segment a few weeks ago, wasn't it? Where you laughed at me for liking PWG.
Yeah, and I realised like, what a dick
No,
I
it
was.
wasn't. It wasn't. It was funny. I liked it.
I know, by the way, how I come across on these things. Or
What do you mean?
I used to when I heard Corey Graves on commentary on Raw and SmackDown this week, and he sounded like a kid who just had his first kind of Coke ever. He would not shut up, and I like Corey Graves, but holy Christ,
He's doing the thing. He said "shut up Saxton" once, and you got a few tweets going. I really like when he said "shut up Saxton." So now it happens every single time.
Tell you,
it's always good to listen to Twitter people. Isn't it?
also had their first can of Coke. Mauro Ranallo.
That video. Oh, I should have.
You seen it?
Should have got that in the Hall of Fame. What a 5-minute clip that is.
That is exactly how I watch wrestling. I love Mauro now.
The best part of it, Percy next to him just sat there.
Oh, he looks a bit shocked sometimes. I like the bit where like Ciampa comes in and wipes them all out, and they go, "Oh my god!" Wait, brilliant ending. Love it. Like that video.
There are no words.
I didn't realize he stood up as much as he did.
Aye. You must be infuriating if you're in the front row.
Yeah.
Paid all that money just to look at the back of Mauro's suit.
Luckily, you can hear him shouting, so you know what's happening. Describes it in detail.
Oh my god!
Like a Tide Pod challenge, he goes down.
Like
bless
he goes. Oh.
Oh.
Like a. So,
That's the end of the bit.
Yeah, like Jack's
No,
bell, this must end.
For all
yeah,
questions, send them to mailbag at cultaholic.com.
But just remember that the podcast you're sending those questions to will not come out until next Friday. So don't ask questions for what will happen on Raw and SmackDown, for example, because they'll have already happened. So what's the point?
And I should hesitate. They don't always have to be about wrestling. Like this podcast. We are
multilingual.
Men, debatable, of culture, of buses and baths.
Well, we used to be.
Hey!
Not anymore.
Wasn't even
We went for
deliberate.
Cultaholic.
Which culture?
Watch Mojo.
Yes.
Carry progress.
So the big question, what was your favourite part of WrestleMania week, which is Thursday to Tuesday officially?
One of my highlights, no, many, was the Japanese guy who came all the way from Japan, because he's Japanese, to dress as the Shockmaster.
With the cardboard wall.
The cardboard wall.
I've not seen that. I'll have to find a picture.
Oh, he was on Twitter.
It's the man dressed as the Shockmaster with half of his body through a cardboard wall. That's what it is.
Yes. He's done such a good job on the Stormtrooper, but not Stormtrooper helmet. So there was
It
that.
is a Stormtrooper helmet, isn't it?
It is. But for correct reasons, it isn't.
Harrison Ford's a lot older than I thought he was, by the way. 75?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I thought he'd be mid-60s.
Yeah. Thanks for that. Also, George Janela's spring break for PCO versus Valda.
PCO.
Yeah.
Man, he almost got on Wrestlers of the Week, but he hasn't. Spoilers.
What? Why not?
He'll be an honourable mention. There's just so many to put in.
What does he need to do? He did
I
a
know.
moonsault, and he's in his freaking mid-60s.
Well, he nearly necked himself on a moonsault.
That's why it was great.
All right, okay.
Yours.
Mine is one of the short stacks, the butter being variety of the short stacks, pulling his some sort of muscle and hobbling away after he's
He's pulling his muscle. Was he on a bus?
hobbling away after his worm during
Oh, man!
during the New Day's entrance. So yeah, because it's funny just seeing people having a bad time.
Yes, it is.
And also the Bobby Lashley pop was another highlight for me because it was a new variety of the pop. Oh!
It's him. And he's good now, by the way. All the people online were like, oh, he's
Terrible
rubbish.
eyebrows.
Oh, well, that's it. Then he's finished.
Look at his eyebrows.
Looks
They're
like a pharaoh.
amazing.
Oh.
Amazing set of eyebrows.
Looks like a pharaoh. Said it again. Looks like a pharaoh.
What's he look like?
The Sphinx. Mine was... I mean, the serious answer is Gargano and Chad. I really enjoyed that match. It was brilliant.
Yeah.
But I can't... that was the best one. I need to think of a funny thing as well, don't I?
It's all funny with you, Jack. It's all right.
I enjoyed that James Ellsworth showed up. No, I know what it is. I know what it is. It's Loki pulling out of his match with Matt Riddle because he didn't want to put him over, and then Matt Riddle happily put Suzuki over in about 5 minutes. Also in that event, another thing, but this is a low light for me. Nick Gage had a match with someone. I think it was against Thatcher. Timothy Thatcher.
Oh, yeah.
Not Margaret. He had a match
Thanks for
against
clarifying.
Timothy Thatcher. Obviously, in that event, there were no ring ropes. And at one point, and I didn't know, it was the first Nick Gage match I've ever seen, right?
Really?
Yeah. And I was like, oh, maybe I like it, maybe I won't. And he took some kind of suplex or throw through there was no ropes, just to the outside, landed on the floor. I thought, oh, excellent. They've been building up to someone doing that all show. He did it, fell on the floor. I was like, great. Thatcher went out, picked him up. Nick Gage started battering him. I was like, sell, you bank robbing mother. What? He's not going to come and find me. He can't fly.
What? Yeah, but are you going to WrestleMania next year?
Hopefully.
Nice knowing you, Jack.
Oh, well.
Remind us next year so I can borrow money off you just before then.
All right.
MDK.
Hey, Rich Swann said he was a bank robber and he didn't get any flack for it. Nick Cage just went, oh, stop it.
Yes, that's exactly what Nick Cage did.
Wait, he was a bit
Nick
mean.
Cage threatened him, and then Rich Swann pulled out of every show he had booked.
What
He
have I
was
done?
doing Dub X Dub, Superstars of Wrestling.
I've made a huge mistake. It was good. It was a really good match though, Nick. Really good. Really
Tyler
good.
Breeze isn't going to do anything here. Kicky flip
I
YouTubers
didn't
just going to like kiss your feet.
I didn't say anything.
Nick Cage will kill you.
I didn't say anything to Tyler Breeze. I didn't tag him in it. I just mentioned the words NXT.
Yeah, but he's a wrestler and they all vanity search.
Yeah.
They all do.
Yeah.
Flip Gordon said, "Why don't you tag me in your tweet when I took the photo? I walk every time I come here. I walk past it. The NASA lies, Earth is flat." And I went, I was like, "Well, yeah, you're vanity search anyway, so why bother?"
Flip Gordon as well was another highlight for me because he did a super kick on top of a ladder and kept his footing. He did super kick someone off the top of a ladder, was balancing on one leg on top of the ladder and didn't fall. That's good.
Another highlight was Adam Page, who tweeted, "Why do I have to tag with somebody who's probably confused by the moon?" Or something, something along those lines. That was another highlight of WrestleMania week. Little Flip Gordon.
And
Idiot!
Chuck Taylor and Trent Beretta's pictures of each other at WrestleCon, looking miserable like we're here at WrestleCon. Funny lads.
Shockingly
about Chuck
though,
Taylor.
I've heard no reports of Kevin Nash's shenanigans party.
Yeah.
Which
I forgot that happened.
They all signed non-disclosure agreement.
They're all locked in at the start.
I'm gonna have to check this now.
We'll just have to go on one of the sheets. They will have reported something.
TJ Hawk gave it a star and a half.
The cruise is October.
I can't wait for the... I'm not going, but I
It's
can't
out
wait
in
to hear about
October.
It's October, yeah, the
thought it
cruise.
It's gonna be freezing, isn't it?
it. Not in Caribbean
not
or
down
wherever
by
it is.
Miami or whatever.
I hadn't checked the dates. I thought this was near WrestleMania. That's why Jericho wasn't doing.
No, that's why he announced it so early so people can afford it and save up and he can send our free tickets for promoting it so much. Chris!
I'm so excited, Chris. Get us there.
Yeah, better be Wi-Fi, Chris.
Got to get the
That's
news
it.
videos of Chris.
That's it for this longest ever episode
Oh,
of
absolutely. Jeez.
the Cultaholic Podcast of Wrestling.
We hope we've not bored you.
I thought it was good.
I hope I've improved.
Yeah, of course you have. Don't say it.
Okay.
Thank you.
What
So
was
we're going
you
to say
gonna
like the length of my cock on a bus.
I wasn't, but that's great. Thank you for helping me out in that
It's all right,
situation.
it's good.
Oh, Jack, we have such good chemistry together.
Hey.
Like you and a bus chair. Ross, it's been marvellous. What's your Twitter?
At Ross on Wrestling, Maffew. What's yours?
At Maffew Greg with 2 F's and
nice.
2 G's, like the Hall of Fame Jeff Jarrett.
Yes.
MAFF
Haha.
EW
Haha.
GR
Haha.
Double G.
I'm not sure if that's actually how he does the laugh, but that's how I do it. Ha ha ha. And Jack, how do you do your Twitter?
Jack the Jobber on Twitter. And never forget, obviously, to join us. What? I thought it was a good ending.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
Come on, sing a bit of Nelly. No matter what I do.